Good evening and welcome everybody to day 4 of ProBots here on ESChamp. Who do you think is going to win the tournament? We have a poll available now. You can get access to that on our forum. Make sure you check out the links in the descriptions below to get all the cool benefits. You can check out our Crown Club membership. You can also get a downloadable bot. You can get all sorts of cool resources. So again, just check all that out. Hit the thumbs up button to help us out on YouTube. And let's welcome Endersword to the show. We have got an exciting day of games lined up. Are you ready for day 4?
I'm definitely ready. I was born ready for day 4.
Born ready. Just day 4. Day 5, day 6, those are okay. But day 4. Exactly. This is going to be a good one. We have our lower or upper bracket. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Correct. So we're doing our upper bracket now. We've got some of our top bots, our last season's champion going at it. Even a couple new bots still in the mix here in this upper round. And now, who did you vote for in the poll? Did you partake?
I think I voted for the one, the only, the MicroMachine.
The MicroMachine. It was a close split between, for last time I checked, it was MicroMachine and Jensiiibot were the two heavily favored. Mm-hmm. And I think that's a good assessment. I think that's a good way to go.
It is, but we've got the 2 last season finalists still in here, and they're not. They weren't winning the poll. But
I know that's a little surprising too, though.
Yeah,
but I can see why though. MicroMachine obviously a crowd favorite. As long as it doesn't do anything silly and crash and give too many games up, then it should do quite a good job in this upper bracket here. But yeah, we've got tons of fun games coming up. 4 best of 3s for your viewing pleasure tonight, everybody. We're going to be starting off with Spiny versus Jensiiibot, going on to Sharpie PvP Easy versus BenbotBC. Now, Sharpie PvP Easy, that's kind of like Sharpened Edge's cousin or something, right? It's using some of the same
Sharpie framework.
Sharpie framework.
Yes, exactly.
Again, yeah, lots of resources available for new bot authors. Make sure you join the AI Arena Discord. The AI Arena ladder is where all these bots qualified from. And if you want to partake in ProBots, you have got to go through that. So get your bot made, get it on the ladder, and start getting some games in. And we'd love to see in the next seasons, more and more new bots.
Definitely.
And maybe we'll have to expand the bracket out. What do we have, 16 now? Maybe we'll have to start doing like 32 or something.
Yeah, we might have to go big, go home, that sort of thing. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of much more competitively viable bots overall, and I think it's get in there.
We've got the cream of the crop here. So let's, I believe, go ahead and do one Crown Club member shout out before we hop into our first best of 3 of the night. Big shout out to everybody hanging out here, but especially to our Crown Club for helping us out. Let's go ahead and run one now. Thomas Kerr, thank you so much for the support there. And again, thank you to all of our Crown Club members. Make sure you check it out. We've got a lot of cool perks for our Crown Club. You get no ads in our content if you're watching the VOD. You get members-only episodes, our little post-bot show that we do after each nights of games. So definitely check that out. If we can we, I didn't get an answer, but can we take a look at that poll that we have up? I'm curious to see. We cannot yet, but we will very soon to see what you all kind of voted for and who you think is going to win this whole thing. But I think we're ready. Let's go ahead and dive into our first best of 3 of the night. Now,
let's do this.
This is who's coming up first. Spiny versus Jensiiibot. Yeah, now, this was my vote, was Jensiiibot. I think Jensiibot's going to take the whole tournament. This is Jensiiibot's season. Last season had a few kinks to work out, but it's looking so sharp and so crisp. I'm so excited to see what it has tonight.
It is really good. This is the one that I
Well, they can probably hear us now. So let's continue our thoughts on Jensiiibot while the game loads up here.
All right.
So you were saying.
I was saying that it was kind of my heart vote, but my head vote was maybe still Spiny. Like Jensiibot's the one that I like what it does. Basically, it's the one that micros well and it macros pretty well, and it doesn't strategy good. It does what it does really well, but I
don't know. We see a little bit with some multi-prong, right?
It doesn't strategy, but that's micro to me. So it doesn't like it's passive. When it attacks really well, but it doesn't, like the other ones are largely winning and losing on the strategy that they use, the timing that they hit, or the fact that they're going like Tempest or Proxy this, or like they're winning on that basis, whereas Jensi is controlled better. But it's
the straight up game versus the cheeser. What's the virgin Chad versus the Chad meme? What's that? The cheeser's the Chad.
Yeah, okay. Exactly.
Anyway, but yeah, Jensi does a very straight up game and tries to do it very well, which he does. But like you said, though, that I guess that could leave it open to some special strategies or certain things.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it just built, and I don't know because we haven't seen enough of it this season, but I know that I had said in the last season that it kind of waits too long. It waits too long and then eventually moves out as a group, which is a perfectly standard, normal way. And if you're ahead of the other one macro-wise, then you're going to win, and you're going to out-control them. But if something else is being cheesy, if something else is cheating on the macro side, if something else is just using a weird unit composition, then the standard play could fall apart because it's less adaptable. But we'll see. I mean, it's still very good. It's just, it's going for control over a build order wins, basically.
I'm trying to think of a pro player that's just always plays straight up versus like Bly or something.
Yeah.
Just non-stop cheese. Apparently I lied. Apparently you can't find that poll in the note said that you can find it in the forum. So it looks like Laddie posted it though.
Notes.
We'll get that fixed up. But yeah, check out the voting and vote for who you think's going to win the whole thing. And hopefully game number 1 will be rolling any moment. We're doing it now.
All right. We think maybe.
Raspers, Spiny, Jensiiibot.
Okay, so it looks like audio is working, just not for us. That's good.
Yeah, for them, as long as it's for them, then we're good.
It's all for you guys.
Then we're good.
I'm great. I'm ready for this. Everdream, our first map. Yeah. Jensiiibot versus Spiny, last season's champion. Now, I'm assuming, both these bots have to have been updated, obviously since round 1. They've had a few weeks now.
Yeah. I would assume so. We'll see what Spiny does, particularly against Jensiiibot, if he's kind of looked for any particular weaknesses. And I want to see, obviously, if Jensiiibot has changed anything about what it's doing. Spiny going here seems to be, is he just blocking this, or is he planning to take this? We're getting close to 300 minerals.
It's like a Bly bill. It's like I predicted it with that thought.
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay, so actually, that's profile last updated, not bot. I don't have, there's the change log. It magically appeared after I said something.
Good stuff.
We just have some Spiny change notes here, and this might be one of them. I don't remember Spiny doing this last season. Do you?
I don't think I do. Or is it the one that did this in a very devastating way with also pulled 3 drones and like bounced? Was it him that did that? Somebody did that. Okay, and I like this too. So he's not even really taking this. He just wants to block it. I think that's actually a little less effective in a way. I think he may have been better out just taking it.
Well, if you let it finish, you can build queens and stuff out of it, right?
Exactly. And I think that's more disruptive. This is disruptive to like a human player where they're trying to get the CC down. Jensii's not trying to get the CC down, so this actually isn't really going to impact them very much.
Oh, I thought it was a hatchery. That's an Evo chamber.
Well, he canceled the hatchery and built the Evo.
Oh,
which is what you do in normal games, obviously, But in this case, not.
Because it's a little smaller, so you can get it down because the SC
exactly.
Got it. Okay, cool. Well, I like it so far. It does. I mean, you could say it slows Jensiibot down, but I don't think Jensiii was even getting the command center. Kind of to your point earlier, Jensii's a little slow on the attack because of this.
Yeah. Now I do like what Spiny's done behind this, which is something you probably wouldn't get away with as a human, which is blocking that and expanding twice at home. Generally, you're going to trigger the other side to cancel their command center, build more units, and then the first thing they're going to do is come across and try and hurt you. But that's not going to happen here, so it turns out okay. And I wonder if there was a response to this, like how much Jensiii is responding to seeing that and saying, I had to build a lot of Marines, because this is it's a pretty big number of Marines before expanding or really teching up to anything. It almost, there we go, finally a CT. I was about to say it almost was to the point of, did Jensiii break or something? Because it wasn't teching up or moving on from that.
No, I think this is just kind of standard. Just really does prioritize a little bit of a defense before going into anything crazy. And it does seem to favor the later game for that. You know, we don't see Widow Mine drops. We don't see early attacks. Just going to have Jensiibot at home, bunkering up, getting ready for the big fight, which Spiny's in a great position for with that really early third base and no pressure coming across. Yeah. Spiny's able to do whatever it wants right now.
Yeah, definitely.
So good.
Yeah, and this was kind of what I was alluding to, like a passivity to what Jensiibot's doing, because he's got a lot of Marines there. He could be trying to do something with this, but by the time this is a lot for this early in the game, and he could be trying to create some trouble with this. Spiny is just droning, basically. He's got a few lings out, but not really enough. He's going into burrow. He's going up to lair. He's just like adding drones like crazy. We're at 54 already. But that's not being taken advantage of. You can get away with that.
Well, I'm just looking in the notes here. So he added a new opening build, which I'm assuming is what we just saw. It leaves a surprise, but we'll play a normal reactive mode after the hatcheries are down. So it's now both bots are, I think, just kind of in reactive mode where they're just waiting for something to happen.
Yeah, makes sense. And we're seeing Jensiii go up to the tanks now, getting the starport. He's getting into the type of build that we do want to see out of him.
What you doing, Command Center?
He's just
well, that one's getting pooped on. No, I'm talking about the lazy one next to it. There it goes. Okay, finally it will lift off. There's like 10 extra workers on that mineral line. So, yeah, Jensiibot's eco in this game is really, really slow. And with Spiny getting a fourth, this could be really detrimental once Jensiibot pushes out, because Spiny's got the economy and the production able to just build a massive army.
Yeah, and he's just teching up to everything here too. He's got roach burrow, he's got movement, tunneling claws, he's getting the infestation pit, the baneling nest. He's just getting everything, and he's able to do it currently under no pressure. There's a Marine that I think is accidentally crossing the map.
He's scouting, bro.
Yeah, he's getting
intel. He passed the other Marine, the hallucination Marine. He's like, don't worry, I got this Zergling. You go ahead and scout. Well, really, it's just a trap, and this Marine's going to die a horrible death once he gets onto creep here.
Yeah.
Oh, yep, there it is. But, I really like what Spiny's doing. This is looking like a season champions play right now. You know, just look at that production tab. Baneling Nest just finished. Pathogen Glands for Infestors on the way. Baneling Speed, just upgrade after upgrade. Spire even coming down behind this. There's Hydras already going to be out to deal with these Liberators. Spiny just has everything.
Yeah, let's see if the Liberator does really anything at all. This is kind of the first aggressive action that Jensiibot is taking. And again, to refer to the passivity, he's been up in army the entire time. Spiny's been able to just spend it on economy, tech, etc., doesn't really have to defend himself at this point. Liberator comes in, we'll get a shot or two off.
Two.
Yeah,
three.
2, 3, yeah.
And some larva.
Some of the larva, yeah, that's decent. But Queen will come in, just a single one right now. We'll get taken out.
For two.
Yeah,
definitely two. Come on, 3. No, okay. That's
definitely.
I love how the Liberator kills the larva with one shot. I think not enough Terrans utilize that. It is a little tricky because sometimes you got to target fire and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but it can be, if you can get away with it, it's nice to clear out. Right after an inject pops off, you can clear out 6 larvae or something.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely worth it as a Liberator. That was worth the investment. 2 queens, drones, and larva.
Oh, for sure.
Easy. Yeah.
Easy.
Jensiiibot still not expanding to a 3rd. He's already starting to mine out the main base, so I'm a little bit concerned about that.
Yeah, a lot of workers still there.
Yeah. And so his economy will start to slow down if he doesn't expand. Now, Spiny does the nice Ling burrowed everywhere sort of thing.
Oh, Bane burrows too. Oh, my goodness. And look where they are.
Yeah, and I've been talking about that for a little while too, about why doesn't someone really make more use of that? And hopefully we're going to see that here now.
Oh, man. We'll see. Kind of depends which way Jensiiibot pushes across. If Jensiiibot splits before pushing straight across.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, you can't even see that one. That's like blended under the map.
Yeah,
I guess if you scanned, you would see it. But oh yeah, they are in. There's just banelings in quite a few prime positions right now, and
that one's probably the best.
I'm scared for Jensi.
Let's see if Jensi ever really moves out. He's at 88 supply and army. He's still like a low SCV count, but he hasn't expanded anyway, so it's fine for now.
He's going for that one army that won't die, and then just going to try to push across. But we'll see if the banelings. Oh man.
Yeah, which is still quite possible. Like again, the way that Jensi's army moves, it's not necessarily going to move all as a big clump. He may be able to get away from that sort of thing.
Oh, okay, here we go. First baneling. We'll see if it waits till there's critical mass or if it just goes off. Oh, wait,
no,
camera!
We're not going to watch.
Okay, follow. There we go.
Oh, he's not even going to. He's not going to take the right path.
Oh, he didn't take the other path. He's going the high ground. Oh, that's so fortunate for Jensi. Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
He's getting all these overlords. There, a bunch of them just free there. Supply blocks Spiny pretty badly, and he is behind in army supply. I think he may have been relying on being a bit reactive and building when he needed to, and now he's not going to be able to do that.
He needs a little bit more than he can make at one time. Yeah, he definitely slowed down on that production.
Here come the broodlords.
Yeah, there's broods, there's fungals. These Marines only have a few medevacs. Yeah. It's a nice timing, kind of like maybe if it had attacked the very north side, it would have been a lot more effective.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is not going to work. There's too many queens for transfuse. The tanks weren't even with the Marines. They might get this base. I don't know how much health it has. But yeah, this attack looked like it was going to be much better since Jensi avoided the baneling mine. So I was like, oh, this is going to be perfect. And then just split apart in kind of not a very good fashion there.
Yeah, definitely. And it's a little bit endemic of him to split the tanks back and so on. Like it's the right kind of instinct to fall back to. But the way it happened didn't really work out. And then, of course, he had no idea what type of army he was about to face. And the army's just kind of ill-equipped to deal with this in the first place.
Mass Marines are still good, but yeah, there's just not enough to really even get under the Broodlords just yet. Maybe. Maybe.
Yeah, they do have to back up without any of the cover there for them anymore. But they've kind of done their damage, and blunting that first wave is probably all you need. It took a long time for that army to build up. And the economy is just not going to be there for Jensi to replace, whereas it's hugely there for Spiny.
Yeah, well, I mean, as it is, though, Jensi is still pushed on creep scans, coming down, cleaning up tumors. There are Vikings coming out, joining the fray here to try to help deal with the Broodlords. Oh, those fungals, though. Oh, they hurt. Man, I really want to see those baneling vines now. I'm kind of sad we didn't get to.
Yeah, I know. Like they were basically, I want to know what happened with the one that he was right over, because if that didn't go off, then I kind of wonder what the coding is.
I don't think it went off.
Yeah, I don't think
I can't remember.
There would have been a big chunk of it gone.
Yeah, I didn't see any flash on the mini map. So
yeah. So I don't know. I wonder why that didn't trigger if it didn't. Here, imagine that the Liberators were Vikings, because there's not actually anti-air to clear out Vikings were there any. He could make some, but like in that initial pass, would have been able to clear the Broodlords out. The Marines here too just have no idea how to deal with them.
It's like the latest 2-base all-in I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still going, but it's just a matter of time. Spiny has so many bases, can just replenish his army so much quicker. He's maxed out. Jensii's fallen down to about 100 supply. And I think with that, once these Liberators get cleaned up anyway, that should pretty much do it for Jensiiibot. Spiny owns this map.
Yeah. And it really did feel like he knew this was exactly what's going to happen. He didn't really defend himself. He just tacked up to Broodlords and called it a day. Like, there was no, and maybe it was reactive and just never saw anything coming, but it felt like he was just teching directly to this and knew he'd be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, nicely played out of Spiny. Did play that reactive style really, really well. So yeah, my only note for Jensiii is just attack sooner.
Yeah.
Expand faster.
Yeah, and I wonder how much of a play on it that hatchery block was. Like, obviously, from our perspective, it didn't look like that slowed him down, but did it trigger a build order that slowed him down?
Jensiiibot did feel much slower today than normal.
So yeah, he definitely. I would have thought that we were getting either a tech or a CC much quicker than we did, and it kind of stuck on the 2 barracks a lot longer than you would have thought, and then eventually did it. But yeah, it did feel quite a bit slower.
Well, we're speeding it up here. Spiny's going to nom through the rest of Jensiibot's defenses, and we'll be going on to game 2 here. Now, again, this is the upper bracket in a double elimination series, so whoever loses will be going down and get another chance.
Of course.
And we might even start to see some of those extended series. Depends on who goes up against who. Off the top of my head, I have no idea, but
that's true.
That'll be exciting.
It's true.
We'll
we
find
are
out next
the extended series. Yeah, which is an interesting thing given that you can recode the bots. And I think that's part of the good motivation to want to do it that way, is because since you can recode them and the next series can be totally different, it is kind of good to give it some credit for the first one, much more than it would be with humans. Like, a human in the extended series just played you like 6 hours ago. So like, how much did they really learn and adapt? But in these, it does make a fair bit of a difference. So we'll see.
Absolutely.
And I want to see, obviously, this one as we go into game number 2. Is Spiny going to do the same thing? Is it going to have the same result of slowing down Jensiii? Is Jensiii going to, if he gets out to a quicker start, would this work a lot better? If that Jensiii attack hit a little bit earlier, then the Broodlords aren't out yet and all this stuff. But I think that Spiny it felt like he absolutely knew when that was going to happen. Like, it felt like Spiny was just not only in control of that game, but from the first minute of the game, knew that the engagement would happen at like 14 minutes or whatever it was, and just didn't even worry about the first 10. So we'll see if he can, if he's adapting from that.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of things could go differently. That's the beauty of this. Now, both these bots are in Python. Just making note of that. That is our more common programming language. If you're new and looking into getting to making a bot, check out Python. There's a lot of resources available for that kind of thing. And we'll hopefully have this. Yeah, a couple minutes. We'll have game number 2 loaded up here. Thank you for your patience, everybody.
Sure.
All right. So what can we talk about for 2 minutes here while we get this next game loaded up? Oh, can we look at the poll now? Oh my goodness. Pull the poll. Pull it up.
Okay.
All right. So this is Well, not necessarily, actually. Oh, yeah, no, it would because
Yeah. I mean, yes. Yes, but it could be the bot that just went down there. That's all.
Yeah.
Oh,
audio's dead. Well, that's not good. Maybe it just while we were on that scene or something.
That's it. And what you guys don't know at home is we were watching that last game as a slideshow. There were -6 frames per second.
We make a lot of sacrifices for our viewers, Endersword.
Yeah, it was hard to follow the crisp action.
Can they not hear us now that this is up again? Talking audio's back. It's back. Okay.
It's back.
Well, but they're saying it's back because it went back to our camera. So now let's see if they say it's back when because it's like 10 seconds behind or something. But anyway, let's go ahead. I think we've got game number 2 just about ready. Thank you all for being here. This is again Upper Bracket Day 4 of Season 3 here on ESChamp.
Yeah,
it's working. Excellent.
Are we good? Are we good? Okay, cool.
We're good. Let's hop into a game number 2, Jensiiibot versus Spiny.
Raspers. Spiny. Jensiiibot.
Yeah, we can't read that. I'll read it.
Special thanks to Elad Yaniv for. We read it every time. Come on.
I know what it is. Yeah.
It's the map analyzer.
They'll see it clearly. But yes, exactly. Thank you, Elad. You're a prince among men.
We just got to get those new robot eyes. Help us read this.
That's true.
Apparently the poll closed an hour ago, so hopefully they fixed that and it's working. Hey, go vote in this poll that's closed, everybody.
Whatever. Go vote on Twitter. Oh, nice. Hi.
All right, Drone's going to do the block yet again here, and we'll see how much this slows Jensiiibot down on Pillars of Gold. And maybe that's just kind of Jensiibot's thing, though. Maybe some of the updates just caused it to slow down a little bit in general. Because even once the hatchery got cleared out, the command center still took forever to fly down there and for workers to transfer.
Yeah, it definitely did. I kind of think with a lot of these bots, it may be a matter of once you've triggered it or put it down a certain path, then it's kind of stuck there. That it's already now in the mode of making a bunch of Marines and expanding slowly. It's detected a threat, so maybe it's more hesitant to expand to the lower ground, and so on. And yeah, hi, what's up, Sasha? Scarlett in the chat.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, found us on YouTube. Excellent.
Bet you're cheering for Spiny.
At least Spiny plays a little like cats, I guess now.
I get a little bly in there.
A little bly, yeah, a little bit of that maybe. Not quite cheesy enough to be no regret. He does at least get the 2 SCVs here with this too, with the little broodlings. They don't back up. I kind of would rather, and maybe he has a good reason to do it, but I kind of would rather him just keep the hatchery instead of going to the Evo.
Oh, absolutely.
I know it would slow down something else, but I think that would be a lot more of an annoyance to.
Well, it's going to take longer to kill. If you get the creep up and it starts spreading, then you got to wait for that to recede. If you can get a queen out and spread tumors, it takes even longer. So yeah, no, I think the hatchery is definitely a better choice. But as it is, though, it does slow down. I mean, we say that, but again, Jensiiibot doesn't even have a command center on the way.
Yeah.
Which he loves to build it on the high ground. So I don't know. Does it in the end? Did it actually slow down Jensiiibot? If Jensiiibot wasn't even going to take that base, what is that thing?
Yeah. I don't know. It's a thing.
Is it a hologram? No, it's a bubble.
It is a bubble. It feels like a half-completed bubble. It looks like a bubble, not that angle. This one, it looks like a bubble into a water slide.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I don't know why, but so that's a something. Either way, I'm eager next season for Scarlett's Protoss bot.
Oh yeah, making a Protoss bot.
Well, she said it, and I don't know if I believe her, but I would love to. It would be a good idea.
Well, no, it's not too hard. Yeah, make a 4-gate bot. That's not too unreasonable. We do have the bot template. If you weren't aware, Sasha, down below in the links, you can. It's a marine bot, but you can easily transpose that to do zealot things. So
I know there is a template. There's a template for a cannon rush bot, and I think there's a template for actually a 4-gate zealot rush bot.
Oh well, your bot's already ready to go. Get it submitted, and we'll get it into ProBots. Maybe if it makes the top 16.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
We could even actually get, if she's willing, Scarlett to play one of the bots at the end of the season.
Oh, that would be incredible. Join Team Human and defend, especially with how good the bots are getting. We're going to need better and better players each year. I don't know if No Regret's going to be able to cut it this year.
I know he's lost his step ever since he left Korea. Yeah. You can tell he's not a young man anymore. He's pushing 24 at this point. Ridiculous.
What does that say about us?
Whatever.
All right, so we're going to have another pretty passive game here. Everybody kind of bunker down. I like how Spiny uses the high little pillars there. Really a lot of little attention and detail going into the scouting and just the map control in general. So, you're seeing why it's a top-tier bot and why it won last season.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, it's pretty well-rounded on all of this stuff, and I think it would be nice to talk to Jensi or Raster on if this really was the effect, because here's the command center again. It's done. It's not turning into an orbital. It's not floating down. Is it triggered by something that it's just not doing that? Like it took a long time. It's been done. It will eventually do it. But why was it hesitating? Does it feel that it needs more army before it's safe to do this? Like, does a threat meter come up or anything? And I don't know.
We're actually seeing something here that we don't really see that often in ProBots anymore, which is 2 games which are virtually identical. We saw the Overlord pooping on the command center and then the command center lifting off. Just the beginning was the exact same. Not very often do we see both the bots do pretty much the exact same thing. And here we go. The Banelings kind of burrowed in roughly the same locations. Are there the 2 juicy ones in the middle? Where are the 2 juicy ones?
Yeah, are there like these are just Zerglings now? Are there any? Oh, it doesn't even have the Baneling nest yet, so no, they're not there yet. That is being built, but hopefully we see that again, because it would be nice to see those go off.
Well, it looks like there's a much bigger standing army for Spiny this time as well. There's roaches, some hydras out. Last time it was really scrambling to kind of get the army there right as Jensi moved across. Obviously, it had the Broodlords, and then it just had to supplement that, but.
Okay. I thought he was moving out there for a second. It was just to kill him one lane, because I'm like, again, now would be a decent time to do it. Here comes the Liberator. It did a pretty good job last time. It certainly was. It's got its money's worth. And I just saw some queens leave out of the natural here. If they're really out of position and it's down for a while, then this could do some damage. Let's see how it does.
Will it go into the Spore?
Yeah, a little bit. He's not going to get settled. Oh, and the queen behind it is going to kind of shut it down. It'll still get drone kills, probably some larva kills, but not nearly as successful, unfortunately.
Yeah, last time it lost, 2 queens? All
the
larva?
Queens, 2 queens, all the larva, 3 or 4 drones.
Not bad.
Yeah, it was pretty good last time. That time, not so much. But the Viking, I think, is a little more active this time. And it was definitely a big key that even though he ultimately was losing the engagement, when Jensiiibot pushed across before in the first game, was able to kill 6 overlords at once at one point in the supply box Spiny, which could put him in danger if his army's not entirely ready yet. So if he gets a Viking out there, then it could at least slow down the production of Spiny.
Yeah, it's possible. I would like to see more Vikings, obviously, with that Broodlord transition coming up yet. Again, Greater Spire is about halfway done now. But yeah, I think unfortunately we are going to see something kind of similar to last game because I'm assuming, does he have the infestors? I didn't watch for those yet, but I'm assuming he's going to have
he has the infestation pit. I assume he does. We're getting the Greater Spire here now.
There we go. As I say, he's building some. There you go.
And we got the Corruptors coming, and yeah, this is going to be a carbon copy of what's there before. Oh, the Viking leaving an Overlord mercifully alive.
Never leave a Zerg alive. They will not return that mercy. All right, well, I guess we're going to see a push out from Jensiiibot at around, what was it, around 200, right? Pretty much just maxes out and then tries to push across and win. And we'll see if Spiny can just nail the fungals. The Broodlords will obviously buy a good amount of time since there's really not a lot of air support. It's just those Marines. And the Marines get very caught up on the Broodlings. They do not have that kind of YOLO mentality like Ketroc's Vikings do or something, where they'll just dive under and start targeting these things down. Every single Marines that we've seen just micros back and really tries to avoid the Broodlings until they're all cleaned up, which is going to buy a lot of time for Spiny to be able to deal with this, to land fungals, to get Baneling hits. Oh, that's why. Okay, is he pushing across? Where are those Baneling landmines? Oh yeah, I think he's going to push right across that one at the top of the ramp. Oh, God, my heart. Okay, he's going to stay at home for now. Quit playing, Jensi. Just do it. Playing with me. All right, Liberator number 2. I believe it will have a similar fate. We'll see. No, queens. Yeah, there's enough queens. He might lose a queen or two.
Nah, I won't even lose the one.
That's fine. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's watch. Baneling. No, is he still not moving out?
I don't know. Yeah,
it's close. 164. That's the one. That's the. Oh, that's
just a link. Yeah, it's a link. So I don't see. I don't see them. I don't know if he made them this time. The other map was a little better for it because it had that choke right on the sight blocker.
Yeah.
So there's a couple Banelings rolling.
They see him rolling. Man, I thought that was a Baneling.
Yeah.
It's just a stupid Zergling.
No dice, and it looks like Spiny is going on the aggressive. First here.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Another Liberator gets cleaned up. That is not a good spot for Liberators. They just keep getting trashed. And here we go. Yeah, Spiny is actually pushing across. Look at that creep spread, too. Jensiiibot has such ways to push across. Even just 2 or 3 minutes ago, there was not nearly this much creep. And Jensi could have maybe started pushing and really starting to try to contain Spiny, but he's just let Spiny do anything that it wants. And here comes that Zerg death ball, and I'm scared for Jensi with +1 Marines, +1 armor's not even done. Endersword.
It's true, unfortunately. The biles, the fungals, right on top of everything here. The Broodlords don't even have to be here.
Oh, that's brutal. I was gonna say it started out looking okay, but this is a little bit uncharacteristic from Jensi. We just typed up how good it is at multitasking and multi-pronging. Jensi is just kind of going down the middle here, and the Marines aren't spreading at all. They're just clumped up and just eating those fungals.
Yeah,
it's a little bit unfortunate.
I think they work better on a bit of like a 2-pronged attack or a coordinated attack, but we haven't really seen them show strength in like scattering or clearly evading projectiles. It's not one of their strong suits. So I think they're better when they're kind of the one driving it and not responding to spells and so on.
Excuse me. Well, Jensiiibot, one of the most favored right alongside MicroMachine in our poll, is looking like it's going to get knocked down into our lower bracket. No, I forget. We already have the lower bracket ready, right? So we'll know who's up against Jensi.
Yeah, we'll be able to show that.
I don't know where that is. Somebody should link that to me.
Somebody's getting it. They must.
Hopefully.
They must.
Production, do your job. We'll get that up. But yeah, no, it looks like Spiny is going to take the win here and continue its run in the upper bracket, continue its undefeated run, and will it be able to take yet another season victory? It's looking strong. I would not be surprised if we take another look at that poll if a lot more people voted for Spiny after this. Because, wow, that is a scary-looking Zerg.
It is indeed. It just feels... It never any point in either of these two games did it feel like it was ever going to lose anything. Like, nope. It was just completely in control, completely smothering. had the game plan, like again from minute one, had the game plan to the 14th minute of how it was going to win. So
boom.
Yeah, just masterfully done, and shame on you for not betting for Spiny to win.
I know. What was I thinking?
Right?
Obviously,
yeah.
I can't vote for a Zerg. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no.
Oh,
fair enough. Especially for bots. See, even the Zerg player, if she was to make a bot, would make a Protoss. That's it.
True.
I mean, she secretly always wanted to be a Protoss. Clearly,
don't we all? It's the best race.
It is. I don't know why she didn't switch.
It's the master race for a reason. All right, game. That is it for our first series. We've got our next games loading up here in just a few minutes. We'll have that going. Who do we have coming up next? We have got Sharpie PvP Easy versus BenbotBC. Now, BenBot, our new bot. Well, actually, technically, both bots are new bots. Sharpie PvP is created by the same author as Sharpened Edge, right?
I think so.
Is it the same author?
I don't know.
Or am I making that up?
It's the same framework. I wasn't actually sure if it was the same author. I know it's based on that, but I don't.
Oh, it's not the same author. I'm full of it. Yeah,
it's based on, I guess, the framework for that bot, but it's not. Not the same person. Yeah.
Well, I don't know anything. That's fine. Here's our bracket. There we go. Sharpie PvP versus BenBot. Now, do we have any updates for these two? That's what I'm most curious about. We didn't see any updates for Jensiiibot. There was none in the notes there. But I'm curious to see. Yeah, no updates for BenBot that we know of. So maybe we'll see something. Maybe we'll get a nice little surprise. And here we go. We did get some updates for Sharpie. Might as well talk about that while we get this game loaded up. Yeah. Again, you are watching day 4. If you are just tuning in, we're about to get our next best of 3 loaded up. This is day 4 of season 3 on ProBots. And as we were talking about earlier, we're going to do at the end of our season, our humans versus bots show match. You can download quite a few of these bots. I believe you can get that in the links in the description below, and you can start playing against them and getting some practice. They're spades better than the Blizzard bots, in my opinion. Just the diversity of what they do anyway.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Bots like Tier, MicroMachine, they're so much more reactive and just a lot harder to beat, in my opinion.
And do more sensible things. Yes. Definitely. I always thought you can tell if a player's brand new to the game or like around the time that the game went free to play, you could see in some games that people had learned to play against the AI because they started copying the Blizzard AI builds where they would make a gateway, a not research warp gate, and then build a warp prism and then build a third warp prism. And it's just stuff that the AI did. But these ones obviously a lot more well thought out in what they do. They try and be a little more precise and a little more aimed at actually winning instead of just kind of doing stuff.
Yeah, wow. Unfortunately, it did not work out for Jensiiibot. Yeah, it just did not look like the play we saw 2 weeks ago out of Jensiiibot.
Yeah,
it didn't look quite the same. Something was different.
I think it's just the number of spells. I think the fact that it doesn't seem to really know how to deal with biles very well, that it couldn't deal with that. The fungals on top of them. It didn't know what to do with the broodlings. I think it was just kind of triple whammied on stuff that it may be weak to. Whereas nothing in that army was kind of conventional that it could respond to in its normal way. And I think also by having it a bit on the back foot, that especially in the second game, it got swarmed by an army that was totally ready. And I think Jensi is better when it's getting into the mode of a slow push, and Spiny didn't do that. In the first game, he let him come all the way 80 miles onto the creep and then swarmed him. And then in this one, he just pushed across. So, it's not usually what we see from Jensi.
Yeah. Well, we will see Jensi again in the lower bracket, but we have got our next best of 3 ready to go. Coming up next is Sharpie PvP Easy versus BenbotBC. Let's get into it right now.
335 Jengs. Sharpie PvP Easy. Blossiers. BenbotBC.
What does it say? Easy bot PvP. Oh, I was reading the date and then my stream went blurry too. It looks like it was updated on the 7th. Did I read that correctly?
It does look right. It's either the 7th or May or July 5th.
Yeah, either way, that seems
too long. But yeah, so I'm not sure.
Yeah.
About that.
Well, we did get updates for this week out of Sharpie PvP. So I guess let's go ahead and we'll start there on the bottom right here, our red Protoss, since we don't have any updates for the other one. Mostly just some bug fixes, little things like that. Just improve some PvZ stuff, improve PvT late game. So if we get to a late game, we might see some Golden Armada action, and that is always good. And then, yeah, just a couple Oracle bug fixes. So nothing too major for Sharpie. Should just see some solid play. We saw some really good play a couple weeks ago out of Sharpie, so I'm excited to see what we're going to get here on Death Aura.
Definitely. Yeah, both of these a little bit unknown factors in that we haven't seen, big past seasons of it. We got the probe in here kind of trying to annoy a couple of the SCVs. We've seen a fair bit of strategic use of this, of sending a worker in to kind of cause disproportionate pulling of workers on the other side, so that they lose more economy than you do. Here we got a block with, is that a bunker? A bunker there. So possibly more than just a plain block.
Oh yeah, no, he does some bunker rush. This was in week 1. This was one of his updates. He did a bunker rush mechanic thing out of against Zerg and Protoss. Looks like you want a Terra macro. Well, judging by the bunker on your side of the map, I would say that's an inaccurate assessment, Sharpie.
Yes.
But we'll see how this plays out. Ooh, even one for the defense, should it come down to it. Okay. I like this out of BenBot. Now, this is one of our only Java bots. This one and Ketroc are the two Java bots here. And I'm always curious to see if I can notice differences between the programming languages, but it's hard to see once you're watching the game.
Yeah, and I think they're developed. I think the difficulty is on the coding side. But at this point, the capabilities of them are at least similar enough. It's just a matter of what you put into it. With the SCV gone, this is definitely let him hurt the bunker a fair bit more. You're not putting this down.
Soccer's so confused. Where do I go?
Yeah.
Gonna stand and fight.
Now, if he had the SCV here, it already looks like Sharpie doesn't really understand what's going on here. But with it half dead, hopefully he can whittle it down, I guess. He's getting a Zealot out, getting the Stargate behind that.
That's not good. Losing the sentry there.
Yeah.
Oh, and Fidelina, that's right. We've got a third Java bot. Just not tonight. We're not seeing tonight, but Fidelina is Java as well. So, yeah, kind of an upsurgence of Java bots this season. It's good. Yeah, all three did qualify. Okay, well, as it is, pretty solid start for BenBot. He's got a soft contain here. He's killed the sentry. He killed the stalker too, right?
He killed the stalker. Must have killed the Zealot.
Zealot.
It's now burning down. So the Zealot has pushed it into fire range. There comes another, and he will be able to clear this out. But that was definitely worth it for the investment in. And the Oracle is coming out. Oracles are always very hit or miss here. We haven't really seen anyone do super good Oracle control yet. We tend to see that an Oracle kind of comes across, comes into vision, hesitates, does something weird, and then maybe tries to turn the beam on. We haven't seen like a beautiful Oracle play yet, but maybe we'll get one right now.
Yeah, well, the Oracles do consider their Terran bunkers a threat now, so it should have some avoidance as it goes around. Yeah, look at that. Nice. So it will avoid the bunker completely and not take a scratch as it goes into the mineral line. Oh, the building turret, though, I think is scaring it.
Yeah.
For whatever reason here. Yep, to your point.
So
can't quite do it.
So we are
oh, no.
We currently remain 0 for 17 on Oracles.
Hey, there we go. He slowed down the starport.
Yeah, he got something. I mean, they get something. It's just like that one could have killed like 8.
Oh, easily.
Easily. but they always do something. But yeah, I get it. I get it. They love the dead space behind they just chill there for a while.
Well, it's not horrible. Got a few things, and it's kept the Oracle alive, so it's better. It's got better Oracle control already than I usually have, so who am I to complain? And it's getting some good intel. It's keeping the Marines busy at home, too. So Sharpie PvP is able to take a third base relatively easily here. He's got the Robo facility come down, Twilight Council. So we should be seeing a bunch of upgrades coming up soon as well. Yeah, it's still looking quite even. BenBot does have a little bit of a numbers advantage at the moment, but that can easily be turned around by the time BenBot gets across the map here.
Yeah, exactly. Sharpie does have the superior economy. The one thing that I got to give him credit for is the Oracle's still alive. So very often this whole microing always results in its death. He's actually, it is alive. I mean, yeah, I get that they are one of the harder things to control because it's not just an attack, it's a spell cast, kind of. It's probably one of the more unusual ones in that it turns the beam on as opposed to casting in a location. So there's got to be a different kind of AI or control for that. There we go. Yeah.
Into the abyss. Goodbye, Oracle.
Happens.
Well, not bad. Got a little harassed, killed some workers. I'd say it got its worth.
It's all right.
But
it's all right. I mean, it's kind of something you make while you're teching up to the next thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
so
there's not
you either get that or you get a Phoenix or you get a Void Ray, and so that's a choice.
Well, here's the next question: how does Sharpie deal with battle cruisers?
It's probably not High Templar. Probably not with High Templar.
Probably not. Archons can do, they can do okay if they can get underneath the battle cruisers. They can obviously take a bit of a beating from the battle cruisers, but
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm kind of curious where Sharpie's going with all this, because you would have thought he got that Stargate pretty early, but now he's switched really into a totally different direction. He's gotten Storm here, but he really hasn't built up much of an army at all in total.
Let alone one with anti-air. He just built in 2 more adepts warped in there.
So
yeah, this could be bad. I think this might be really bad. There's just there's 1 sentry. That's the only anti-air right now.
Yeah.
And that's just not going to cut it. I guess Storm counts technically, right?
Yeah, Storm you can use. It takes a lot of them. I mean, I definitely tried to kill some battle cruisers with Storm. It takes a bit. It
does 75 damage. So
it does. Well, particularly since they can teleport out of it.
Here's some stalkers. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. 1 by 1 is the way to go. Okay, getting the sentry.
Oh, these battle cruisers are going to get so much value.
Yeah, definitely.
So much.
Definitely will. The one chance that Sharpie has is just kind of running through the army. Even if there are a few battle cruisers above, if he's got charge lots and High Templar, he could kind of crush the Marine-based army and just counterattack. And then you're kind of into a BC versus Zealot-based trade of some kind. He could end up trying to kind of cripple him that way. And if you're getting some, army, it works.
Yeah. We're getting some pretty passive games tonight.
Yeah,
I'm just trying. In the lower bracket, they're all just clawing and fighting and just beating each other to death. And then up in the upper one, it's all right, we're gonna take our time and no rush, 20 minutes and good game. All this proper stuff. It's just, I'm not saying it's bad, just making note.
Yeah, I mean they're the ones in the upper bracket, so I guess they're doing something right.
Yeah, it's working.
Yeah, it's the ones that have the unit diversity and. He'll get some damage done here. The stalkers, of course, taking turns. None of them are selfish. They want to attack.
No, they gotta talk a little bit better and maybe get a little more teamwork, a little more coordination there.
Definitely. So
quit pushing each other out of the way.
BC warping home and getting the repair up. Here comes Sharpie's army. Is he looking to actually move out or just expand a little more? I think he's going to clear.
Ooh.
This, so he backs away from it.
Ooh, okay. He has observers, right? I know he's got the Robo facility, but I don't know.
I haven't seen an observer. I was going to ask that earlier too. It might be a moot point for most of it, but yeah, for the initial Widow Mine, it's definitely important.
Well, if he ever wants to get that base, because there's an armory, so even after it shoots, oh, okay, he does have one somewhere. Okay, somewhere.
Yeah, he must somewhere indeed. And yeah, the drilling clause was put in too, so the Widow Mines will stay cloaked even once they fire. Here comes the fleet beacon and the robo.
2-star gates. All right.
So he's kind of like, now it's time to just build stuff or tech up some more.
Well, is it transitioning into Tempest to deal with the BC maybe?
I guess Tempest.
That would be good.
Tempest Disruptor. I'm not sure.
Tempest Storm would be pretty good.
Tempest Storm's okay, but he's getting the robotics as well.
Yep. So, okay.
Yeah. So now here the BCs again in a great position here to get a lot of value as they will back up. Getting the sentries is pretty big too. Actually, for having those sentries as well, he's not using the Guardian Shield to defend against the attacks, which really would do a lot against the BCs given their rate of fire.
It would help for sure. Ooh, a couple tanks stuck. All right, well, we hopefully will have an attack out of one of these guys soon, as we are getting pretty much close to maxed out. BenbotBC is just 7 supply away. And yeah, these battlecruisers, every time they teleport home, they just have gotten so much value because they can just repair. And
I like what we're seeing on the build. We got the mothership.
Oh, yeah, this is that Golden Armada we were talking about at the beginning of the game.
Yeah. Oh, it's nice blink forward. Blink forward actually taking out the BC. Nice.
Oh, here come 2 more.
Okay, here, this is, they will be able to likely teleport back. Nice, we're getting the attack against the Marines. Weird splits are causing the charges to kind of misfire, but it's still going to win.
Yeah, the Marines what are they doing by themselves out there? Go home, get into your tank fire there, get some defense. There is a planetary and some Widow Mines that should help a lot with these Zealots. More Marines coming in, but here come the storms!
Nice storm.
Oh, that's it.
Blanketed. He also
Terran Army.
Also feed back the Raven as it came in, and I love that. He may, however, let the army dwindle here to the planetary, but the Tempests and Stalkers are coming in to try and save the day. This one will back up, but Tempest right around the corner. It looks like they're all going on retreat, though.
Oh, I bet there's some Terrans in chat hurting right now. That was brutal. Those storms were so good, clearing out so much. Now, these battlecruisers do pose a little bit of a threat still, but not so much. With so many Tempests and Stalkers out already, I think Sharpie could just push across and really keep on this pressure. Obviously, BenbotBC does have a bit of a standing force with the planetary and that kind of thing, but Sharpie's just looking so strong.
Nice. There's Storm catching all 3 is definitely worth it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. These are getting away, but a lot of damage being done. And if he kind of loses this front line, it'll take a long time for these to be repaired, even though they are living.
I think Sharpie's got it, especially once +1 finishes up. We don't even have +1 done. Once that does, the Stalkers are going to be able to tear through the battlecruisers so much more effectively with that Tempest support. And this base is in dire trouble right now, and it might just go down. The repair is really good so far, and the mines are getting some juicy shots. But the mothership is here.
There's the storms backing this up. This will clear basically out all the... Actually, a second wave of repairs came, but it's too late. The BC's still trying to fight. Their cooldown, I guess, is back. That one at least is going away. This one is not. And the mama ship with it.
Boom. Whoa. GG. Wait, did it call GG or... it crashed.
Actually, it crashed. That is a shame because, because he was winning.
Wait, who just? I didn't see the win screen. Who crashed?
The Terran got the victory.
The Terran got the victory. Oh my god.
So I don't know what causes that exactly. At first, at first I thought he's like, did he GG because he lost a base? Because you've got 4 more. But it wasn't. Yeah.
Well, I forget which, but only a couple of our bots GG. I forget which ones off the top of my head do it, but
yeah,
that is unfortunate.
Yeah. So yeah, that is definitely unfortunate because I think he was behind for a fair bit of that game, but I think knew where it was gonna come together. Where he got the Tempests were obviously the key there, in turning the tide or starting to turn the tide. But then the blink, being able to blink onto the BCs is big. Like we often don't see, and I harp on it all the time about how air units don't get jumped on. And so the sign that the stalkers were willing to jump on the BCs and actually killed the first one is great. And then the Tempest supporting them, and then the Storm's obviously great at clearing out, repairing SCVs, Marines, even Widow Mines that are just kind of caught under there were cleared out a lot by that. So too bad. Yeah.
Too bad. Hey, that's what Blink's for, is to close that gap real quick and start shooting stuff down. Man, yeah, that is an unfortunate way to go out. Well, we'll see what happens here. If it gets into the late game, I'm really starting to favor our Protoss bot here, Sharpie. Just that golden armada is so strong, especially when controlled by a bot that has, even halfway decent micro. And we're seeing some pretty good micro out of Sharpie. The storms were solid. Obviously, at the beginning here, a little bit lackluster on the micro, lost those few units, but all in all, that was a solid and well-played game out of Sharpie and out of BenBot. The BC harass was really nice and all that, but it just wasn't able to really deal with the Protoss Golden Armada in the end.
Yeah, I think he needed to. The bunker there at the very start, too, was actually pretty effective, but could have been made 8 times more effective by sending a second SCV to repair it. So if the first SCV got picked off, maybe the intention is that one usually stays alive. But had he been able to repair that actually would have taken quite a while to get rid of, because he didn't even get like a Void Ray after he went into an Oracle. It would have taken like a while to get rid of that, and it really would have stopped him. Here comes the beautiful storms on this. I like to, and this has got to be hard to do from a coding point of view, but it's one thing to decide where a storm goes. It's got to be hard to decide where 4 go without having
stacking them. Yeah, that's
just in the same area, right? So that's got to be even more difficult. So pretty good stuff. Yeah.
Beautiful storms there. All right. Well, let's see what happens. We'll get game number 2 loaded up in just a minute here, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we don't have another crash, because that is always a really unfortunate way to go out. But again, this is just the upper bracket, so any bot that loses here tonight will get a second chance next week. We're going to be diving back down into that lower bracket, and we'll take a look at that right before the break, actually, because after this series, we'll know next week's first half of the show.
Yeah,
we'll kind of know who's going up against each other.
For sure. Yeah. So hopefully, I kind of want to know what the cause of that one was. It
just out of nowhere, just crashed.
Yeah, it didn't seem like it was be triggered by anything in particular, but I'm sure
something happened.
Obviously, some sort of technical reason that it did do that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it coincided with the base dying, and then maybe it didn't have some other instruction, or I don't know.
I can't think of anything. We'll have to. I'll wait till next week. Hopefully, we'll hear from our bot authors. They usually get on it right away. When they see something like that. So we'll find out. But game number 2 is loaded up and ready to go. Let's dive into it now and see if we can get to an ace match, or if one of our bots will be moving on to the next round.
But it's a Protoss.
No, it's a Terran.
E35 Jenks.
Oh, the bot. Oh.
Yeah, BenBot.
Sharpie PvP easy. Blossiers. BenbotBC.
We already know the bug. Look at that. He's already got it. It's the mothership causing the problem. Throwing a little wrench in the gears there. Something checking null from mothership. Well, there we go. Well, then I guess the late game no longer favors Sharpie PvP.
I bet it's a mothership, but it was out for a long time. So
it was. That's surprising.
Check later. Yeah.
Maybe it was trying to cast a spell or something, and it didn't have energy, or who knows. Yeah. Well, he'll find out, I'm sure, soon. Well, I guess, that does kind of put a little bit of a time limit on Sharpie's win if we see the same build and the same thing. I would imagine that it would be caused again. It's MicroMachine we saw a crash. What was it last week? But it was only due to the gas placement. So the fact that we got a map that was different and had the two gases not next to each other kept him from crashing for games 2 and 3. There doesn't seem to be a way out of that, unfortunately.
See where it gets to. It may be something that happened that it tried to do too. It'd be interesting to learn more what it was trying to check or whatever. Mothership is, I haven't, I guess, made one in a long time, but Mothership is that one unit that when you make it and it pops in, it lags the game.
Yeah.
And it's always done that. And I think
you have that, just like that heartbeat where, Mothership.
And like, I've even seen it where like, I've heard players like actually, that lags like hits, and then they know that their opponent has made a Mothership, regardless of whether they can see it.
That's so funny.
But I think it's got to be because of the initiation of the cloak from nowhere on everything in the area that it must somehow do something.
Well, but it was cloaking already. It cloaked for a while.
I mean the lag spike. Like this is.
Oh, the lags. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, and that's why I said it wouldn't shock me if a Mothership crashed the game when it came out, but it was already out for like so I don't know.
You know how they could fix that? Why don't they just have, instead of having it cloak everything around it instantly, if that's what causes the lag, just have it like spread slowly, expand out.
Yeah.
And then it's got its set radius after it's been built for like, whatever. Anyway, another Stalker will go down. I imagine the Sentry will meet its fate very similar to the first game, and then Zealot following up there. I feel prophetic right now.
I think you're right, and I think already this bunker is way more healthy. So in the last game, the bunker was half dead before the Sentry died.
Did he get the SCV too?
I think he did. Yeah, he did get the SCV, or at least it's out there. But I think he got it. But yeah, before this was dead, he did get it. Yeah. Now it's going to have 3 Marines in it. Now it's not going to catch on fire when the Zealot comes down. This could go. I mean, I guess Terran won the first game anyway, but this one he could legitimately win just because of this bunker.
Oh, so they think if the Mothership core doesn't die, then it will be fine. So did the Mothership core die right at the end? Was that what caused it? I didn't
notice that it died. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
We've got a little bit of potato quality on our end, so you guys can have the best viewing experience. It's like a chef, you always give the other person the best food, and eat the crap yourself. That's what we're doing here. So yeah, I did not notice if the Mothership core died right when that ended.
Yeah, I didn't see. I guess you wouldn't it would die and instantly crash, so you may not see the animation
unless you were watching the health. Yeah,
that probe even get out here. Here too. This is actually super.
Oh, the bunker's still up.
Yeah, so this is what I was saying, that because it's not burning, it's now killed the 2 extra Zealots, and I kind of thought that the next Zealot would put it into burning range, but now there's 2 Marines standing by the bunker, and the Zealots go after the Marines first. It may never kill the bunker.
Oh boy, yeah, Sharpie might not even get the chance to build a Mothership core.
Yeah,
BenbotBC is looking so good. This is a nice little opening here. Okay, the Marines
got on it now, and because this Oracle showed up, so they're
pulling the Marines.
Yeah, I love the interplay of the bots. When you figure out why they're doing something that it shouldn't do, it's beautiful.
Oh, here we go. They're going back across, though. The Oracle's really relegated itself to the corner. I think it might be stuck just because it's afraid to go out because of the turret. Oh, is Zealot going to burn?
Yeah, he's going to put him in burning. Yeah, he's good.
Boom. There it is.
Yeah. So
this got way more damage on his slowed Sharpie down. Way more this time.
That Oracle's an MVP. And will he send... Now he's got to kill this so that the Marines can go over there. Because, so he does kill it. The Marines, okay, now that the bunker's gone, they'll go. Turn around and shoot this guy.
Run!
He's dead. He's dead. He's just
don't look back.
His confidence.
It's a Zealot. Don't look back. Just keep running.
Yeah, this is a reenactment of Trump.
Would you be the one to turn around? Would you want to be the one soldier that turns around and fights? Here we go.
I would, but only if I was in front.
Yeah, right.
The guy in the back can keep running.
Okay, finally, Sharpie is able to get a second and a third base. It's got all this pent-up resource and mineral bank here. It's got to do something with it. It was contained for so much longer this time around that Benbot's really going to be in a much better spot. We've already got the drilling claws on the way. Fusion core is about to finish up, so those battle cruisers will be on the field very shortly. And that's when I think Sharpie's really now going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
Because it's now just pretty much one base against incoming BCs, essentially. Well, we'll see if these bases can get up and saturated. Maybe some cannons up or something.
Yeah,
Does Sharpie build cannons?
Sharpie had not built cannons.
I don't think Sharpie builds
cannons. I don't know
cannons.
if he does in general, yeah. He certainly did not before. The other question will be, he was kind of barely able to stay alive by having like 4 or 5 stalkers before. He's not going to this time. So when that BC comes out, there's no anti-air.
Yeah. How many zealots died? Like 5, 6? That's like 4 stalkers worth of zealots died.
Yeah.
And that was what we saw start to push those battle cruisers away, force them kind of into the dead space behind the bases, keep them. But if there's nothing there to shit, the battle cruisers are just gonna cruise through the mineral line like they're picking daisies. And
yeah, so it could end it there. Additional gateways coming down now. That took a fair bit longer. This BC is almost out. Will it teleport over? I forget even if it teleported over or walked. I think the first one did teleport over.
The bank is kind of a tell of how much Sharpie got slowed down.
Yeah, for sure.
Look at, nice pull of the probes though before the battlecruiser even finishes teleporting. That was nice.
And now we'll get a nice. So
is he gonna get the base? Oh god.
Well, that's a zealot warping to try and deal with that.
That's slow zealot warping.
Yeah. So
got this, guys.
So that's not ideal. He's adding gateways now, but I think he's gonna. Yeah, he could potentially lose all this stuff before he can really respond to it. Here we
go.
Now we're gonna get some warp-ins.
And base is taking a licking, but the stalkers might be just enough to push this away. If they can just get enough shots to scare the battlecruiser off. There it is. Yeah, right as he gets almost to half is when they start pulling out of there. Was there enough? Is this enough dead space to it? Yeah,
he's good there. I think if his cooldown was not down, it would have stayed and just killed the next one, but it wanted to be safe. Yeah,
I've noticed that. It's really smart about how it comes back in once the cooldown's ready, so it can teleport out if it starts taking more heat. So it's really, really nice attention to detail there.
Yeah.
All right, well, battle cruisers, good unit. Do you think Sharpie is slowed down too much, or will Sharpie be able to warp in enough stalkers now that he's got his production up and running?
So I think these BCs get out of control here. So one of them will, teleport out, but this one's at full health. It will retreat here in a moment too. But they're getting a high Templar.
If he just keeps doing this, it's going to snowball, because now once this one, its cooldown is ready, the other one's teleport will be ready, and we'll kind of see the same thing. It's going to teleport in. They'll both start attacking. By that point, we should have maybe a third battle cruiser. Is there a third?
Yeah, more is definitely coming. He'll also, as he adds the armor on to this, then he's going to get more durability.
What's he getting? Oh yeah, he's already got vehicle armor. Yeah. Or wait, is that ship? I'm sorry, ship plating.
I think that's ship plating.
They look very similar. It's hard to tell.
Yeah,
I would imagine it's ship plating based on the build.
They're just metal plates. Yeah, exactly. I like the landed Viking. He's a homie.
But, those images are actually like little crops of bigger picture.
Oh yeah,
like the weapons. That's actually thruster or something. I think. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, there's bigger images associated. I'll look them up later. But battle cruisers, but that's a lot of stalkers.
That is. They are splitting their fire out. If he didn't, here comes the warping one. The warping in one. He's going to teleport out. New one coming in. But yeah, this is too many.
This is so beautiful. I love this little ping pong here. Okay.
Oh, Yamato.
Oh, but back up. Keep going.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, I I really don't know how to call this one. You know, Sharpie is making a bit of a comeback, has 3 bases now. If an attack can happen before that mothership core comes out, it would be nice, obviously, because I really don't want to see a crash again.
He's now really ramping it up, Ben is. We're going to get 3 battle cruisers at the same time at this point.
Yeah.
That's going to make a big difference. He's now, of course, going for that 11-minute stim timing that is so popular these days. And, oh, look, there's a forge. We're getting Storm now. The blink is actually going to make a bit of a difference because that's when it turned a little bit last time, that he was able to blink onto a BC and take it out.
Yeah.
He's actually pushing it across the map to attack, despite. Okay, and here comes the 4 Zealot warp in to deal with the BC.
Okay, now Stalkers are going to return back home. Yeah, it did look like he was pushing across for a moment there. I almost would have preferred that because, yeah, that was the moment last game where he pushed across and caught all those Marines. But this time around, there's just not as much army. He's still trying to deal with the battle cruisers at home, which is going to allow the Marines to get into a much better position and maybe even get some damage done. They're going to start killing those pylon. What are those at the front? Oh, no. They're going home, too.
The double warp in here now, or teleport in or whatever.
What are you doing, Marie?
Yeah, this is too much. Like 4 BCs here, even with a couple of them retreating. He's taking some damage, but yeah, this is just a lot of attrition that's going to happen, and it's going to keep happening.
Oh, it's a lot of dead Stalkers. Yeah. Yeah, and if the BCs never die, then they have, traded more than effectively.
Yeah. Not to mention, they've really effectively shut down the mining at this base for almost the half the game here as well. Like, he keeps coming back in, but then he has to pull out immediately after once they kind of repair back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 BCs out there. They just got to kind of clump together once 1 or 2 more. Actually, is he still building them? Because Go's dormant now.
Oh, he's maxed. He can't.
Okay, yeah, right. That's a pretty good point. And yeah, he does need to transition into Tempest. The thing is, can he afford to? He's got no money to really be able to do this. He has to keep remaking the Stalkers here. This will clear out a lot. He'll have to bring everything home and repair it. But when he jumps back in, he may be jumping back in with like 4 or 5 fully loaded BCs, and that could be a little too much. But the one thing that will work in his favor, even though they'll be fully repaired BCs, they'll be fully repaired, really shy BCs that will retreat at half health instead of like at the jump out
lower. Yeah. Well, I gotta say, had the crash not happened, I think we'd be going to an ace match. But with that point, it's very interesting how the beginning of the match really dictated that bunker slowing Sharpie down so much. Right. I think was the pivotal point of this game. Just based on last game's performance, he got to burn. He lost those first couple of units, but he lost like 5 zealots this time. Wasn't able to expand. The bank is still. Oh no, actually, he's used up his bank. I was looking at BenbotBC. But he had a huge bank for just so long, and just couldn't do anything with it. But
nice flank forward here. He will barely
not quite
that one. That one's going to have a hard time coming back in, though. It's basically it might as well teleport home as soon as it goes off cooldown. Here comes 3 more, though. This is definitely going to do a lot. Now the army
where the storms
at the same time. And there's just not really much there left to support it.
And that High Templar wants to storm.
He really does. He gets 2 good ones.
Solid. All right. Cleans up the bile.
Clears it all up. That is definitely devastating. The Yamato is like so brave.
Move BC, get back! Oh, they're not letting him in.
It's like spam clicking to go into the spot.
Like, come on, guys.
Okay, there comes the warp out.
Yeah, there's too many to stack in that corner now. All right. It's hilarious. Yeah, no, okay. Sharpie is getting stronger. It's being pointed out.
Absolutely.
And that is very good. There are finally Tempests on the way, and that's the real problem right now is those battle cruisers. Does Sharpie turn this around? He's down workers. He's down on army. He's got no bank to speak of. Look at BenbotBC's bank right now. And BenbotBC's just been maxed.
Yeah,
so long.
BenbotBC's pretty dominant. The upgrades being added on is also becoming an increasing problem. BCs with +3 weapons and +2 armor are fucking battle cruisers.
Yeah, pretty much.
But the Tempest coming out is definitely going to help in this situation. He's going to have to like chase like this. These are going to die this time.
Are they though?
Well, the Tempest will kill it.
Will it though? Yeah, it will.
Yeah, okay. But Yamato, cool.
No, leave him alone. He's in the corner. Oh, okay.
Fine.
Yeah, the Tempest really a huge game changer here.
Yeah, does clear that out.
Huge game
That's
changer.
4 more battle cruisers dead now. This instantly though, you get the remax on BenbotBC's side. The army came and attacked the 4th base there. I don't know. I think maybe it got stormed or repelled again because it backed up. There's not much of an army there. I kind of want to. Where is BenbotBC's army? I think it's down at the bottom.
I don't know. That's a good question. It's in the bunkers. It's in the Widow Mines. There's a lot in defense.
Is it
There's
really
a tank.
just spread out like this? Yeah,
I guess. Yeah. No, I was thinking there was a lot more out of BenbotBC, but it really is just kind of a paltry attack force compared to what Sharpie has turned. Sharpie has turned this game around. Are you kidding me? I thought Sharpie was effectively dead.
Yeah, it really has. Again,
goodness.
further upgrades are going to continue to help a bit. And actually, the Raven coming in is going to help immensely.
Ooh, that Yamato, too.
Yamato, yeah. Tempest can absorb 1, but not more.
Yeah, if you can get those Tempests down, this does change drastically. Again, Sharpie has no bank, is fighting for this 4th base by the looks of it, and that's one of his main income bases.
Yeah, and the Tempest will have to go back here. If he was kind of able to like focus fire, like that Nexus could have been dead a long time ago, but it just kind of attacks whatever's close.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. And we got a lot of damage Tempests here, but this is a lot. They're gonna see, and the Yamato goes off, but it hits one of the ones that wasn't damaged yet.
Yeah, well, they're weakening them up for the Marines. The Marines have that much easier of a job if you can get underneath them.
Yeah.
More Marines are coming out more and more. There's +3 armor on the way for said Marine. So the upgrades are looking a little bit better for BenbotBC in general.
Yeah.
Sharpie's kind of stopped and is just really producing Tempests. That's about it.
And this is probably good. Remember that Sharpie's weakness is making a mothership.
Yeah. It hasn't made one yet? I was watching for a while there, and then I stopped watching.
If it doesn't make one, and I don't think it has, if it does not make one, then I guess it can't die, and then it will win. But is this enough? Is this going to push through?
I think it's going to deny this base at the very least.
Yeah.
There's just not enough here. The battle cruisers will be forced to, I think, teleport out of here. That's a lot of Tempest fire. But again, they're actually just 1 Yamato away from dying here. So, and the battle cruisers are seeming to prioritize the Yamatos onto the Tempests.
They
Here we go. 3, 1, 2, 3.
Boom, boom. Did they all shoot the same one? What just happened?
I can't tell. It's her stew potato.
It looked like all 3 of them shot one of them. But
I got some Vikings.
It's possible.
Vikings coming in. What a scrappy fight.
Yeah, they shot the same one. So that's a huge waste. They could have taken out a bit for this.
They could have gotten 3 Tempests there. But, this base will fall, as I predicted. Oh, it's going to try to fly away, actually. Oh, is it going to get away? No way.
Trying to.
Oh, fly faster.
Trying to.
I'm going to build and I can't.
All right.
Oh, my God, it's going to get away. So if he can repair that command center actually lives, which could come into play later if he can hold right here, right now. The Tempests taking some Widow Mine shots by the looks of it. And they are going to be forced to retreat here, I think. There's just not enough on the ground to support. It's so hard to call.
It's just they're getting their shields back over time. Like, obviously, these ones were all almost dead. They've all been Yamato'd.
There's such glass cannons.
Yeah, there are enough of them now, though, that they can kill a single battle cruiser coming forward before it could shoot them. So
can they? Let's see.
I think so.
Oh,
We were about to say. Okay, the Thor here, a huge game changer. If that Thor shoots that.
Okay, no, it takes 2 volleys here to kill a BC. Okay. Yeah. So he gets. It looked like he got 2 at the Tempest there.
Yeah, I think he got more. The Thor definitely is a big game changer here, especially if the Tempests are clumping like this. Then they're just going to get mauled. Yeah, let's see though. I mean, he still definitely got the initiative.
I don't even know how to call this one.
Like at this point, BenBot needs to like make 18 more barracks and just over.
Well, the defense game is really strong at a BenBot.
Viking's pretty good. The Raven getting the Cheeto cannon on them is definitely pretty good. The Thor that I keep talking up, I don't think has shot anything yet. There we go.
Here we go. Now it's going to start shelling away at those Tempests. Yeah. And they shred through the Tempests, especially when they're already damaged. Yeah.
Destroy this stuff. Yeah, and I think this.
I think he's helped.
Yeah, clumped here. He's good. Yeah. Yeah, they do a lot. Well, they're trying to reverse my decision.
I know. I'm done trying to predict which way this is going to go because it's so back and forth and unpredictable. I still see no mothership core.
Yeah.
So that's huge. I think that is the biggest thing that's going to screw Sharpie over because all in all, Sharpie is still continuing the attack, still has some income. That bank is really, really low, but a lot of gas banked up. Just needs to maybe get another base or two.
Yeah.
And all in all, this is a fight still.
Yeah, BC coming in here now. A jump forward by the Stalkers. The Storm on nothing at all. And now coming in. See, it's going to be hard to just break these positions no matter what.
Well, the Stalkers only have +1 as well, so they're barely poking these Thors and these battle cruisers.
Yeah,
without the Tempest there to help.
Yeah, they're spreading damage on themselves really well. Like they're doing a real good job blinking and separating. But yeah, they just can't push into something like that.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Do you see it?
Get him. Is it the mama?
Yeah. All right, there is now, I believe, a timer on the field, and if that mothership core gets prioritized by Yamato, I think we will have a decider.
Yeah,
oh boy!
Might indeed have a crash, but I feel better about it this time. Let's see how this goes in the next minute or two. But I kind of feel like BenBot has broken through here. Like the
upgrades are just so much better. There's more economy. There's just
+3 now on attack. Yeah, this is just a lot to deal with.
Still Yamatoing. Yeah. I do believe that Sharpie is on a timer ultimately, but we'll see here. Maybe something can happen. The mothership core doesn't die. Sharpie's able to push through, but as it looks, BenBot's gonna. I mean, as I said, the army supply is even.
Oh, look at this Viking army. Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh, they're waiting. That's the mothership hit squad right there. That's the game ender. Oh boy. Okay, Mama Ship is out, and it will be joining up with this army here as Sharpie pushes into the planetary. Now, this is pretty much mined out, so it's not a huge deal that BenBot loses this base. He is going to take a storm or two.
Loses some SCVs here. I think in some sense this is even beneficial to shed workers right now. He's got 14,000 minerals.
All right.
He doesn't need this crap. He will get the base. Let's see if the Mama Ship, as it becomes a little vulnerable here.
Oh, the Thors are going to shred it. I mean, the Vikings aren't even here yet, but if they were to show up, it'd be over too. Mama Ship core is a little too bold, and that's GG.
Maybe.
If it, yep. Oh, no, it wasn't that. You all lied.
Well, it may be that it checks at some other point or something, but
I feel lied to.
Yeah. Me too. That was a lot of suspense.
A lot of build up and hype, and now I just look like a jackass. Thanks, chat.
It started to make the Colossus and cancel it. I think that's a good idea. He's getting in, but the army's kind of evaporated out. BenBot, though, not really defending, and he's not really expanding either. The minerals are great, but he does ultimately need bases for gas.
Ooh, there's the hit squad.
Yeah, the Viking little FU.
One shot. Yeah, one shot. The Tempest is like, all right, I'm just going to go back home now. What are these Vikings doing?
They ran out of fuel. Like, that was that was their mission.
Got to restock.
Oh, there's the Colossus. Good boy.
I don't know. I kind of like the Colossus. We have seen continuous marine production out of BenBot, so it is going to help. I mean, but with Storm, it is.
I know whenever.
Excessive.
Yeah, whenever I see 18 Vikings, my first thought is Colossus.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So but if they're all going to stay at home, then of course.
It's true. So yeah, I still don't know exactly how this this is going to go. Like BenbotBC is holding this kind of indefinitely, but it's not showing the ability to cohesively attack and kind of make work of this. Like, I think multiple times over he could just attack into it and win, but it's not.
Yeah.
And when you play the back and forth game with a bunch of Tempests, eventually the Tempests win. He is making another mothership core, so apparently or another mothership. He apparently is able to check that it was gone, and that worked successfully. So, yeah, cool.
Is there an observer out? Does he not have an observer?
I don't know if he does now.
He keeps trying to build his base, and it's not going to work.
It may have died. I could see it being somewhere and then getting just accidentally killed by a Thor or something.
No, he does not have an observer. So that is it as far as expansions go. Unless he storms or something, like gets a storm on it. But I don't think even that'll happen. Ooh! Ravens need to be careful here. Might be able to get a nice Cheeto cannon off. That'll help a lot. Stalkers still only at +1 attack.
Yeah.
That is not helpful. But as it is, the Tempests have joined up in the army. Again, there are storms available, and these battle cruisers are taking a beating. They're going to have to teleport out of there.
They modded the Colossus.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah.
Well, at least the Marines can do a little more now.
Yeah, nice storms here on everything, but he's getting really close to these bunkers, really close to the turrets here, way closer than a Tempest ever has to be.
That defensive position,
has been really good.
Yeah, with the Vikings over it especially.
Yeah,
those bunkers though have held like 4 attacks now or something.
Yeah. Okay.
How many Vikings do you think that is?
How
many? Don't look. Just guess.
22.
I think it's 13. Can we get a count of Vikings?
21.
21. Oh man, you're close. Oh, good job.
I figured it was definitely a lot more than, because it's more than a full row of it when they were clumped together. I wish the Thors were a little more aggressive. They're definitely great. I don't know what's happening there. But
they're running training exercises to make sure they're ready.
Yeah, they're just
celebrating attack here.
So here it comes in again on same base. This one again, like you said, almost mined out anyway in terms of the minerals, but the gas is still important. As you see that gas bank has dropped a fair bit. Cheeto cannon has gone off on all the Tempests, but he's not really there to do anything about it. The Marines now get on them.
Oh, and he was way too focused on that planetary as well.
Yeah.
Finally, now the Tempest is going to start shooting the units, but...
Thor, go kill the Tempest. No, they're not going to.
Nope. Not today.
Not going to do it.
Ooh, Widowmine's going to get maybe a nice little shot there. All right. Yeah, those Widowmines. He just needs more Widowmines. What was the last week we saw? Who was going mass Widowmine?
Who did do that? Yeah, I forget now. It was
good. We need more Widowmines.
Yeah, it was really good. I forget the name now, which sucks, but yeah, definitely.
It's all right. We're old. Our memories
definitely was amazing. Definitely was amazing.
Okay, mothership number 2. We'll see. Maybe this is the mothership crasher, and we'll see if this ruins the game. Wouldn't that be after all this 30 minutes, survived through it, and then just crashes once more? That would be horrible.
Antibot, Antibot against Sprout.
Antibot, that's right. Yeah. That's right. I remember now.
Indeed.
All right, well, 2 Thors have a lot of work cut out for them here. It looks like they should be able to get that mothership core. Nope, they start targeting Tempest instead.
The turret will get it.
There we go.
Oh, he kills the turret just as it kills him. There comes the Vikings for their 1 kill.
Vikings, keep attacking.
No
that will win you the game.
No dice.
Just go.
I need to import Ketroc's YOLO mode.
Is Sharpie? I think Sharpie's about starved out here because of those Widow Mines.
Yeah, it definitely is nearing the end of it. But BenbotBC as well. Minerals galore, but he's not expanding, and so he is eventually going to be low on gas here.
Well, but he'll just start making, because he makes Marines, so eventually he'll just max out on Marines, right?
Maybe. But will they win?
I don't
know.
If he kills all the High Templar and there's no more income left for Sharpie, yes.
Yeah. Eventually, if he completely starves them out, eventually he would.
And yeah, this army is looking pretty ragtag out of Sharpie here. It's almost double the army supply actually for BenBot. So if BenBot would just group up instead of running training drills with his Marines, then I think we would just have a Terran win.
He's gonna do that. Yeah. All right. He's just gonna die. I mean, he gets his shot off, but
it's just gonna die.
He just dies. It's like, come on, man. Like
it's everybody's fate, Undersword.
Yeah,
all just gonna die.
It's just BenBot's army, and it works good in the early game, like, and we can see where. But
follow them.
Yeah.
That's so funny. But
yeah, but BenBot's army doesn't, like, except for the Vikings, which group up absolutely inappropriately. Everything else is fighting as if it's its own little independent unit, and so the BCs are like just fucking doing their own thing, and they need to like a Raven goes in, Cheeto cans everything, and then everyone enters a 2-minute truce where they won't attack it.
Oh, here we go. The Marine's going to take advantage of some of that Cheeto cannon. Maybe now they're a little busy on the Zealot. Man, that Zealot's so tanky.
Will they get one? Oh, so close to death, but no.
Boom, and teleport. Gets out again. Those battlecruisers on point with their teleports here.
Nice.
And no, I do think that Sharpie's going to lose just because it's going to starve out. It's not able to get any more expansions.
He'd take the bottom middle one.
Oh my god, he is able to get one there.
Yeah.
Oh. Improvise, adapt, overcome here.
No. You won't get that one.
You just can't get there's those two main ones on his side that he can't get. But yeah, I guess if he takes BenBot's bases, that's fine too.
Mm-hmm. Well, BenBot's not taking them. Yeah. So, which is actually probably the more surprising here too. Is he?
Yeah, that SCV. He's like, hey, wait a second. This isn't supposed to be here.
At least that may tip him off that exists. But BenBot has shown almost no sign of aggression whatsoever in this so far. So I don't know if he's floating out these single unit forays, but is not really getting in there.
Well, we just need these Tempests to get into the main so BenBot actually uses its Vikings.
Yeah, the Vikings.
If the Vikings can just get used, this game is over, and I think BenBot wins.
We're getting the third mothership. Okay, we're now remote mule mining from that base.
What is this?
Okay, here, if he gets this down so that he can never really mine from it, then this will be beneficial. He obviously won't right now. Okay, coming in, nice Widowmine shot. This could turn it.
Ooh.
A lot of storms, but the okay, Vikings coming in.
Here we go. You should have saved those storms for the Vikings.
Yeah, now that they feel threatened.
And,
all right.
Okay, they're not threatened anymore.
No, we're done with that.
And they got a couple Tempests here.
He got a couple. He really damaged some, and he's lost the ground army here, which is big. Like, it's expensive to replace these stalkers at this point, and they're kind of the thing keeping them in. But he does get that other base up and running. Got workers coming down.
Oh, okay. Here's a little insight. So apparently BenBot's never really taken a third base until recently. So this is kind of new territory here.
Nice Widowmine. The Tempests keep parking over this Widowmine, and they just take a shot every now and then, and it will eventually get to them. So BC's coming in here is good, especially the gas. He's got to limit gas income because that's important. Nice Widowmine shot on everything. This will.
Ooh, yeah.
Does he trigger the Viking assault again? What's more important is probably losing this base. Like, if he retreats here, does nothing, whatever, losing the base in the bottom corner is actually a much bigger deal than whatever he loses right there.
I gotta say, the Widowmines have been real beneficial these past few weeks.
Yeah, for sure.
I've been digging it.
This is all near breaking point here now. Three Tempests left.
Yeah, there it is. Nothing on the production tab for Sharpie. That base did fall in the bottom right, so the income is also no longer existent. One final attempt at a Nexus. Where is that Nexus even? Okay, on the far right side. Oh, did he kill that Widowmine finally? How did he get it?
I don't know.
How did he kill it? Maybe the Widowmine unburrowed or something.
Yeah, maybe moved. All right, then.
But that is the last chance at income here.
All right.
For Sharpie.
The last stance. This is going to be, yeah. It's too bad about this first one because this could be going into a crazy ace match.
I don't know. The battle cruisers might be able to do this here. Yeah,
no,
BenbotBC does still have enough of a bank that he can build a couple more.
No, I know that, but I mean, BenbotBC did win the first game.
Yeah,
Even
so
though he didn't win.
Yeah, he won, quote unquote, won through a technicality, but a win's a win.
Yeah,
it counts.
Yeah, so it would have been. Yeah, like I'm saying, it would have been 1-1 if he didn't crash.
Yeah.
I think Ben is gonna, obviously win at this point.
We'll see. There are still a few temps out. Again, just the upgrade's so much better for BenbotBC when you get into these weird late game scenarios where you've only got a handful of units, especially those tanky tier 3 units like battle cruisers. Those upgrades really, really matter. So we'll see here. Oh, needs to be careful with this battle cruiser, kind of off on his own lonesome here.
See, this is Ketroc brings up an interesting point, which is even if there is no army, what if BenbotBC does not attempt to win?
Then we'll have a draw.
Yeah, after an hour, I think. So he will go after the mothership there again.
45 minutes, I think. Isn't 45 minutes the rule?
45 was the old one, and they said that it was lengthened.
Yeah, so far this has surpassed the longest game. I believe one of Ketroc's games was the longest at like just over 30 minutes.
Yeah.
We are now at 37. This I believe is officially.
All right,
what?
Yeah, apparently the 4th time's the charm. No, the mothership's actually at full health, or not full health, but it was alive. So I don't know what happened there, but Ketroc Spiny 45 minutes. Yeah. Okay.
I got nothing.
I think, this time I at least feel this was the way this one was gonna go. Whereas in the first one it was a bit of a robbery because Sharpie did break through, but
I wanted to see him close it out though. All that 40 something almost minutes.
It would have taken a while.
Just taps out. Sharpie just taps out. He couldn't take anymore. His uncle.
There we go.
Oh.
So stuff happened. Little things. So there's several pieces of advice to BenbotBC, but really the one, which is send an SCV to repair that bunker.
Huge. That would have ended the game right there.
Yeah, it would have just lost to the first couple battle cruisers, and that would be the end of it. So instead of the ensuing 30-something minutes.
I gotta say though, between those two, if BenbotBC was a little bit more aggressive, that would be an explosive match. They were very evenly matched. It was very back and forth. Way too much passivity out of those Vikings.
The Taurs were passive. The Vikings were passive. Either one of them could have pushed in, particularly in coordination, could have pushed in and just closed that at any point. So,
All right. Well, that's all I have to say on that. We don't need to reiterate that long thing, but that was a fun series all in all. Unfortunate again that it has to end in crashes. Definitely not anything any bot author wants, but it does happen. So that means Sharpie is moving down into the lower bracket, and maybe we can even take a look at that, actually. The lower bracket would be nice. And then we've got our 2 bots moving on in the upper bracket now. BenbotBC moving on, and then Spiny from our last game. So this is next week's matchups. So this will be our lower bracket, day 5 of, I believe, 7. So we're about a little past halfway through here.
Sharpie versus Antibot.
Yeah.
If Antibot does some sort of crazy Widowmine thing against this Protoss,
I think it's going to shut it down.
That would, it didn't seem to have a lot of good awareness of avoiding Widowmines. So if you kind of got that switch together, but we saw that against Zerg, so I don't know if Antibot is going to do at all the same thing. But
but you got to keep in mind too, Sharpie is going to have time to update and fix that bug crash. Maybe get some observers in for the Widowmines. We saw that was the big detriment. He was not able to expand because Widowmines were just camped there and sat there the whole game pretty much. So That's going to be a good one. Oh, I missed. What was the next one?
Blinker bot and Jensiiibot.
That's right. Blinker versus Jensiiibot. Oh, nice little PvP. That's going to be fun. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is our first half of the show. Don't go anywhere. We've got 2 more best of 3s coming your way. We are going to go to a quick break in just a moment. But before we do that, we have to shout out our Crown Club because they're just the best. So let's go ahead and run one right now. Oh, that's hard to say. Thank you, Simon. That is the author of Tier, who unfortunately has been knocked out. Very unheard of for Tier to be knocked out so early.
I know. I'm not even wearing my Thanos hoodie this time.
Yeah. You can't wear it at all. Thanos is done.
I burned it. Just
that might have been an overreaction, but all right.
Either way. Okay, I'll buy a new one. It'll be here next week.
Big shout out to our Crown Club. We are going to run during the break a little sample of our post-bot show. This is the show that we record after every night's games, and we just kind of give our predictions, talk about what we saw and what we liked, things like that. So definitely check out the Crown Club. Link is in the description below. You get some cool perks. You get an ad-free viewing experience, and you get to support ESChamp, which is also awesome. And you get stuff in our Discord too, so check all that out. What else am I missing, Endersword?
I don't know. I think we should remind them to sit and stay where they are because we'll come back and show the other games.
Don't go anywhere. We do have 2 more best of 3s, like I said before. Here on day 4, 5. What are we on? I forgot already. Day 4, upper bracket. Day 4, season 3. Here we are on ESChamp. Thank you for tuning in, and we will be back after a quick break. Stay with us. Same thing, right? Just the same 3 games, pretty much same idea, same build, but each one really kind of went in a different direction, which was really cool to see.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, here we go.
So here's this one.
Oh, hi. Okay, it is researching. Oh my God, was Ketroc right?
Yeah.
Mind blown.
We'll line up about around that time.
No way. Yeah, I wish we had the little timer on the right-hand side here. Oh my God, that's insane. Oh yeah, I think you're totally right. It was because of high sec. That's why just the timing of it finished exactly almost as it was right before.
Did it detect high sec and that's why I moved back?
Oh, I wonder.
I didn't even know that was possible on the API.
Man, this whole scenario just brought up so many questions.
Yeah, I think because MicroMachine detects it, but I don't know if it's in a roundabout way or something, some sort of hacky.
Yeah, it's a hacky way.
Yeah.
Well, it was because it just started firing. Maybe can it just register? Oh, it just started firing, so it got to move because it was
when a unit
fired and then it moved. But can't you see the projectile?
Nope.
No? Oh no, you can't. Oh.
You can see damage done to your own unit. So with that, you can kind of figure it out, maybe.
Yeah, but it started moving right before it took the missile hit because it was a fired missile, unsieged, and then took the missile hit and then
coincidence maybe.
Yeah. Weird. Anyway, this was a great best of 3. Our first ace match of the season. Very cool to see.
Another very surprising result. Like if you watch the ladder, Fidelina always beats BenbotBC on the ladder. At least I think he does. So I think if they play like 20 games, Fidelina happens to win 18.
Yeah.
But we just got those 2 games where BenbotBC won.
How much do you think the map played into that?
I think it was the high ground siege tank both times, right? That just wiped out.
You think that was what changed the?
Yeah, I'd say 100%.
In combination with the lost Viking from Fidelina.
You're right. He lost the high.
He lost air control, and then he had a tank he couldn't see or kill.
Gotcha. So you were going to say something, Endersword?
Yeah, just the map probably 100%, but it's also such small things that Fidelina could add in to completely correct this loss. Especially the one on the 3rd map is. Just add in upgrades and he wins this game.
Mm-hmm.
So,
lack of upgrades.
Yeah, he was surrounding battle cruisers with 0 upgrades against 3 armor. Of course, you're gonna.
We saw a lot of the same thing, right? Just the same 3 games, pretty much same idea, same build, but each one really kind of went in a different direction, which was really cool to see.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, here we go.
So here's this one.
Oh, okay, it is researching. Oh my God, was Ketroc right?
Yeah.
Mind blown.
We'll line up about around that time.
No way. Yeah, I wish we had the little timer on the right-hand side here. Oh my God. Welcome back, everybody, to day 4 of ProBots here in Season 3. Some exciting news. If you are a Crown Club member, you are going to get a free copy of this season's artwork for your phone. You can use it as a phone background. Heck, you can use it on your computer. I've got some of our artwork on a nice little slideshow for my backgrounds. It's really cool stuff. Definitely check it out if you have not already. It's that nice little intro screen, or where it's on our forum, I believe. Yeah, on the thumbnail. Yeah. So yeah, definitely check out our Crown Club membership. Again, you can get awesome shout outs, you get cool perks, you get an ad-free viewing experience. If we ever do live events again, you'll get some cool bonus things there as well. And yeah, definitely check it out.
Exactly.
All right. So how are you feeling about our bots today so far, Dave?
I'm pretty. I mean, they're marathoners today.
Yes.
They're trying to wear us out, but
we won't let them. We're going to prove that humans are still superior.
Like, kind of showing that line between like really high performance and like missing one little thing that would shove it over. But like Sharpie with a really good comeback in kind of both instances, but even more extremely in the second game. But then they can't really close it, and then BenbotBC can't really close it. And kind of in our first game, we had just kind of you're just missing one little thing that could have put you over. But yeah.
Sometimes it comes down to just one SCV repairing a bunker.
Yeah. That's literally it. Yeah. And I mean, yeah, wins anyway, but yeah, just that one thing. Or then the mastery of the first game with the hatchery block, or not even block, but just hatchery build. And then he kind of delays everything, ultimately just winning like a boss. But even in that, it's kind of let it finish or like respond to the situation. And if no one's attacking it, maybe let it finish. Something like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, that one, it's hard to argue with. He won just absolutely hands down.
Yeah. So. Well, and it's all things to think about. Again, as these bot authors are able to update week after week, right up until the end. So we're going to see new strategies out of these bots. We're going to see bug fixes as we go along. Obviously, things like that crash will get worked out hopefully by the next time we see Sharpie play. But yeah, we've got our next best of 3 loading up and is almost ready here. We have got coming up next. I closed my thing. It is going to be Harvester versus Strelok. Now there's always been a bit of some hype for Harvester. Always kind of been looking really strong the last 2 seasons, especially. And then versus Strelok, we saw Strelok last season as well. And yeah, both. This should be fun. Little TVT, right? Or no, Harvester is Protoss. I'm sorry, PVT.
Yeah.
PVT.
Yeah, but just based on the names, it feels like this match should be taking place in Eastern Europe.
Well,
just like a really old field with a barn in the background and like one of those weird wooden windmills that's like made to grind wheat or something. It just
we'll talk to Tara and see what we can set up. Maybe. All right, I believe it's ready. Let's go ahead and hop into our next best of 3 of the night, our TVP. Let's do it right now.
In feast, the Harvester. Armageddon's
what did you do?
Strelok.
Okay, here we are on Golden Wall. Harvester versus Strelok. And yeah, I was talking earlier about the Sharpened Edge author, the available, it's got the Sharpie framework that you're able to use with your bots and stuff. Harvester is created by
yes,
that bot author, Infy.
Yeah,
yes.
Same as the Sharpened Edge author. And Strelok here, showing up as our Strelok, the only one.
Ooh, yeah.
the only one advertising his own subreddit, is proxying barracks like pretty far away, but it is proxy.
I was hoping we were going to see that. We've seen Strelok do some cheesy stuff before, and I like these cheesy early builds, and Strelok even has a fallback for it if I'm recalling correctly.
Yeah. Macro. It was a weird kick in, like we saw him on the path to here. He kind of would do this, and he kind of overdid this before, where it was 4 barracks. But then he eventually clicked into a really strong, diverse macro game. But it took a little while to get to that point. So I kind of want to see if this is different, if this is going to go to 4 barracks again, what we're going to have happen. He's pretty far away, but this may be a response to, obviously, the Harvester here. You can see is scouted around looking for this sort of thing. So it could be a response for that. I think it's named after him, obviously, Saga, but I don't think made in connection with him or anything.
Yeah. Now, I do think it's important to note, too, this is not even... Huh?
I was just going to say Strelok, I forget what it translates to, but Strelok translates to like hunter or sniper or something like that.
Yeah, it sounds Russian or something.
Yeah, it's something like that. I forget now.
Man, I wish I could read that. Thanks for buying... I'm going to pull... I got the stream up. I can read it on there. It looks good on the stream. No, I was saying it's important to note this is not even the Harvester's final form. This is a bot with reinforcement learning in mind. It's being built with that in mind to activate it essentially at some point and start using it. Thanks for buying the licensed versions of Strelok.
Yes,
absolutely free for you. Is that true? Is Strelok free for me?
Hey, sure. Probably.
Wow, what is going? I can't even keep up with this.
Just a lot of things.
Yeah, it's just running its startup protocol here, I guess. Oh man, it's still going. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. And it definitely won't steal your GPU to mine Bitcoin. It's fine. Totally fine. This is totally safe. I would suggest that we not only install this on your own PC, but any local voting machines.
I think Strelok has a virus.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Uh-oh. You might need to look into that, Infi. Your bot seems to have a virus here. All right, so we got some Marauder micro going on here from this proxied position. Is concussive shell? I guess he didn't get no concussive shell. Okay.
He's getting stim instead, actually.
Oh no, he did. Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Yeah, he got it.
Yeah.
It just didn't look like it for some reason for a second. So yeah, he's going to be able to gun down this stalker. This might just break Harvester's back right away. Yeah, was not expecting this. Got the early low base, or obviously had to, but got the early second base. Wow, this is not looking good for Harvester.
It's not. The only thing working in his favor is kind of the hesitation of the Marauders, but that's going to not really matter once this ends up being a good number of them. Here comes the sentry. Whenever we see someone's first stalker die, we always then see a sentry pathetically come up to try and do the next thing. But yeah, there's the other stalker. There's just too many at this point.
Didn't I say the Harvester is in phase? That's what I was talking about, was the Harvester.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe I must have misspoke or something. But I was talking about the Harvester being the reinforcement learning one. Yeah. Sorry if I misspoke there. Yeah, wow, look at this. Marauder Ball is just going to tear through and win the game here. Strelok doesn't need a late game plan. It's just going to be able to cheese Harvester and take a nice auto win. We actually have like no info on Strelok still, other than it's weak to Mass Tempest and Cannon Rushes, which there is a Stargate, but no Tempest got out. So
that is true.
This is solid. Sometimes this is all it takes to win, is just that nice quick. You don't have to do a long 45-minute game, or you just get in there and try to get the win.
Exactly.
I like
it. The aggression. Love to see it.
Yeah, but we've also seen it backfire plenty of times. We've seen some delayed proxies that don't work out so well.
Definitely. This one was cleaner, so
very clean.
Never retouched on it again, but I think we've seen this before where he was going up to like 4 barracks. This is a lot better. Like 2 barrack into Marauder, and obviously just works.
Yep. So just can't be that greedy against proxy Marauder rushes Protoss.
Yep.
That's pretty much all we can take from that.
Can't do it. It's a good one. Yeah, and it's one of those strategies that's, you know, human viable as well. If you catch someone unprepared with this, it can really just.
Well, that's kind of the only time it does work, right?
Yeah. Well, that's true.
Yeah. if you see it coming, it's usually held pretty easily.
You're good. Yeah, exactly.
But,
so,
all right.
There we go. Are we going to get a repeat of that? Now, it was clear that he was trying to scout around to find that, and he found a spot like way in the north that wasn't ultimately checked. Is he going to find that correct spot again? Is he going to repeat the same thing? Whatever.
The map does change how this turns out a lot.
It does.
So
yeah, absolutely.
We'll see. It can anyway. It doesn't always, but it can. All right, well, game number 2 should be loaded up in just a moment, everybody. Again, if you want to play against some of these bots, you can download them in the links below. You can get you can play against MicroMachine, you can play against Tier, you can play against quite a few of these bots. Is Ketroc on there now too? I forget.
I don't know. I
can't remember. Yeah, Ketroc's here. He can let us know.
Yeah.
But no, definitely get in there, check it out. You might even get a chance, if you are a part of the Crown Club, to play against these bots live on ESChamp in our Bots versus Human show match, which is coming up just a few weeks away at this point. 3 or 4 weeks away, I think.
Sounds right.
Something like that. That sounds right.
Sure.
Yeah. It's always fun. We'll get a pro in here. Yeah, it'd be awesome to get Scarlet there. Maybe No Regret again. TLO is in Canada still, right? We could maybe talk to him. It would just be awesome. I don't know if our bots could take on that many pros, but we'll see. We'll try to get one of them for you guys.
Usually only either one. The reality is we've usually beaten them by the time we get the diamond.
By the pro,
the GM is a little overkill, but
to be fair, I got really lucky in my match last season. I for whatever reason decided I'm going to go cloak ghost, and just they didn't build observers, so I got lucky.
Nice.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
We got to like hook up a bronze or a silver at one point you got to build the suspense.
Oh, we'll try to get a nice diverse range of people this time. Well, and our usual crew has been playing too much StarCraft. They're all too good now. Yeah, so they're beating all our bots. Yeah, Aaron and all those guys.
You got to catch some unsuspecting person that doesn't watch.
That does it. Oh, a ProBot? Well, that sounds fun to play against. All right, game number 2 is ready. Let's dive into it right now.
Exactly.
In feast, TheHarvester. Armageddon's Strelok.
It's usually tough. All right, we are here on Eternal Empire for game numero 2. Strelok is looking strong with the cheese, and hey, if it works, he'll probably do it again here. And SCV is already across the map. It looks like he wants to build it right here at this base location. Excuse me. A little something in my throat there.
Now the question will be, does this get scouted? It's a little closer to where he is, but it looks like he's already sent the probe across. Is he going to notice?
I wonder nothing here.
I wonder if they notice, how much it's picking up on this. Like, you should be seeing an empty base. You should also have some sense of, I like this, but it's not really a huge deal for what he's going to do. Assuming this is the Marauder again.
If Harvester gets another base, then we'll know. We'll know for sure that this one in particular does not recognize absence of buildings as threat of buildings.
Yeah.
But as it is just getting the cyber core. No base just yet. It hasn't really saved up enough, and it's spending its money. So I'm a little bit more hopeful here. As long as Harvester doesn't get that that second base early.
Yeah. Oh,
it's starting to save up now though. Well, could be for stalkers. Come on, stalkers.
I think he'll still get it. The fact though that he has to pass.
Stargate first. Okay.
That could work. Like if he gets a Void Ray out or something, that could definitely work. Also the stealing of the gas here, while it's actually not a big deal to the initial build, since there's nothing at home, he's not going to kill it. So he's just going to be down he's just going to be down that gas for a while. So this could eventually be more impactful should he manage to survive the first little bit.
Well, yeah, no, it's looking much better so far. No Nexus on the way. I would love to see a Void Ray. That's really going to be the hero here. Should he build one, it'll either be that or an Oracle, I think.
Void
okay,
Ray.
it is a Void Ray. Excellent.
Yeah. Okay.
This
cool,
is good. So it looks like either Harvester's learning or just had a better build in mind for this map. One of the two.
All right. The Zealot being out here too also provides a little cover for this first Stalker. He still will lose, but he's going to damage a lot more of this. Oh, there's the SCV streaming in. Yeah, so he's still going to lose these units, but it is a little more damage that went on. It delayed this a lot longer. This Stalker coming in is again going to buy time for then the Void Ray to come out, and that will definitely turn the tide a bit.
Oh, Void Ray is going to pow those first two. Last one's not going to stand a chance here, and I think Harvester has already held this off effectively. Yeah, he's going to lose a couple probes here, maybe one, maybe two. No. Marauder gets a little derpy there and ends up going down. This Marauder just gave up on its will to live completely here, and that rush is successfully held. Nicely done, Harvester. Good turnaround this game.
Yeah, definitely is, and so he's going to switch it to Marines. We've already got the first Marine out here.
And Combat Shield.
Yeah, yes, and he's got an engineering base started at home as well.
Perfect.
But this I mentioned, which is that gas will still be there, and it's
that is
going to be there for a while still, because he's not going to go clear that out.
But is it going to affect him that much if he's going just a primarily Marine build here?
It will affect
eventually, yeah. But
he's not going to win with the Marine builds, probably. So if they're both on one base, eventually this peters out like a few.
Yeah, not if he goes in one at a time, he won't. Yeah.
For sure. So eventually he transitions, and we've seen Strelok transition into a later game. So I think this will slow that down a lot. See, and there he's already expanding. So I think as he tries to tech up, and he was teching there, he's finally clearing it out. But as he was teching into like tanks and Vikings and other things, this definitely means he's a lot lower in gas than he had intended to be.
Yeah, I was just feeling a little aggressive still. I was like, okay, maybe I'll keep this attack going, but recognizes at a good time when to pull back, start macroing up, because Harvester's just going to sit on one base and keep building voids. So as long as the Marine count keeps building and the turrets, I saw one going up in the main, maybe he'll build one or two more somewhere. Those will definitely help out against the voids.
Yeah, and I think we're going to transition to a more normal game here. Harvester is expanding as well.
Do the Void Ray.
Yeah.
The Void Ray dance.
Doing it up, grouping up. Now this one, that is just the dancing floor. Like whoever crosses must dance. He's pushing out. I don't know if I love the push out. He intercepts these little guys. That's good.
Didn't we see this was the game a couple weeks ago where that was just the main battlefield? It was right there at or Strelok's proxies, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I remember now. This is looking somewhat familiar.
Yeah, saying that. The stimming to get away has a clock on it.
Run, Billy!
Like you're just killing yourself at some point, but it is just
they made it far.
Yeah, it's pulling everything apart a fair bit, delaying this whole thing. And it looks like he's just kind of ignoring the barracks for now, or at least haven't gone.
Oh, look at that army supply, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's this is rough. He's got turrets up, so it's going to be how well do they deal with this? How well do they deal with things like corners and moving?
Let's see you dance, Marines.
But this is too much to deal with from a ground army point of view. The single turret can get some damage down if he's got a focus fire, though. He can't just stand there.
Oh, he's actually not even engaging the turret whatsoever. That's helping a little bit. The Marauders and the Marines will beat all the fire. Actually, the turret is just not even a priority for these Void Rays. They're going to go after workers instead. Two have fallen.
Well, he's going to end up... He may not win. He probably will just win the game. But yeah, the stalkers are enough there anyway. They're just going to attack whatever. The turret's actually going to burn down at some point.
Repair the SCV's right there. Oh, he goes after. He wants to save the refinery instead. Bad choice because more Void Rays are coming in. That turret was the only thing that saved him right there. He does have units actually pulling the reinforcements for a Harvester, but he's got nothing to deal with these stalkers at home.
Yeah, he's getting
so scrappy.
tanks out, but they're going to be unsupported as well. Okay, SCV's come down. A tank is sieging up the bottom of the ramp, may be able to hold something there.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
He's going to clear out the stalkers. Yeah, but again, no, there's just no real answer for the Voids, unless he can maybe get out like a Marine ball that just engages perfectly. This is looking not so good. Nah, this is about when Strelok starts to fall apart, is when he loses his main production. Yeah, I remember a couple weeks ago, the add-ons that just kept getting canceled, the cancel build, just rapid fire. It was like 100 a second.
Every time a Colossus took a swipe, he rebuilt them.
And it actually bought time for the Terran to kill off the Colossus.
Okay, that's what I thought. If we could peek at the main again, he doesn't have a barracks left.
Does he not even have a barracks? Oh, jeez.
He's
got tanks.
There's one. He's getting cloaked though, and I don't think there's an observer on the other side yet.
Okay.
But he's.
Yeah, it's the Voids though.
Gotta be too little too late. The Voids are in the air. Like he's not gonna.
The Voids win the game.
Yeah.
You know, I gotta give Strelok he did hold for a little bit there. The turret got way more kills than it ever should have. That was definitely a little bit the Voids not targeting the right thing. But as it is, Harvester is going to take our first map here in a pretty quick, decisive win. Yeah, he held the proxy. I'm sorry, take our second game and bring us to an ace match. But yeah, he held that proxy much better this time, much more decisively, and was able to then counter it and follow up with the Voids. It was a good, solid build.
Pretty good indeed.
Solid. I liked it.
So so the question with this stuff always is like when you lose, you change your build order. Like the bots can recognize that, and I feel that's possibly what the Harvester did here. So now that Strelok is lost, is he going to change what he did, and we could potentially see a different game. So this one could be quite different than the first two, or it could go back to being like the first one and win. We'll see what it is. Depending.
Apparently our sound is a little quiet there. We'll get a little turn up for you guys, hopefully. A little game sound turn up there.
Yeah.
Hey, you got to make sure you hear us, because what we're saying is obviously super important. So
it's fine. I feel
all
like
right. Ace match.
Python coded.
Ace match, Endersword. What is this? Our first? No, this is our second one, I think, of the season.
Yes, I think.
And we only had one because MicroMachine crashed.
Yes.
So this is our first official ace match of season 3. Get hyped, everybody.
We'll hype.
That's good. And this could go either way. I do think it's going to kind of come down to what Sharpie seems to be doing, different things here. So I think it's going to come more down to what Sharpie chooses to do. But Harvester still looking pretty strong. Might be able to pull out a win here and stick in the upper bracket.
Yeah, Strelok, you mean? But yes,
or Strelok. I'm sorry. What did I say?
Sharpie, but yeah, I agree. Like if Strelok just now transitions into like a normal macro game or something, then it's just a whole different ballpark. Because Strelok's macro game, even though he doesn't favor it, is pretty good. So he can still win off that. Like you could see again while you were doing the proxy, he was going to transition there into tanks, cloak banshees. Like anything can happen when you go into that sort of thing. So yeah, but no,
I do think that our Protoss stayed on one base was the linchpin there. Had he tried to get a second base, I don't think that would have been as effective.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, he wouldn't have.
Well, obviously not against the proxy, but even after that, I like how he stayed on one base. I think it just made that a very powerful one base all in.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, it was all he needed at that point. So yeah, the expanding was irrelevant by then. But
let's see what happens in our ace match. It's ready, ladies and gentlemen. Our final match between these two. Let's get in there.
In feast, the Harvester.
Oh.
Armageddon's Strelok.
I thought for a second one of our bots didn't spawn there.
Scared
me.
It should definitely be an option to do like a delayed entry.
Yeah.
Wait until your theme music and announcement plays, and then boom. Come on.
Actually, that's not bad. Take notes, production. That might be cool. Ace match hype, ladies and gentlemen. We're on Everdream. So excited, it just made me burp. I love ace matches, and especially when we get into such good ones like this, where it could just go either way. These bots both so strong.
What they're going to do, obviously, yeah, here he's walling off of the barracks, so it's not going to be a proxy. Harvester building kind of along the wall on the side this time. I like the gas steal here will now be more impactful, given that he's staying at home, because he's going to be looking to attack sooner. So him clearing that out is going to become a bigger deal. And the turnaround here. I like this for harassment. It's like pretty well metered.
Yeah,
until just then when I mention it. But yeah, it's still effective there. Kind of delayed a bit, and I think probably almost invariably in the bot games, doing stuff like a gas steal is just disproportionately good. Like a human player can adapt to it better, whereas a bot has its code. Like it's going to do whatever it's going to do. And so whatever you did to cut its resources is going to be a lot more impactful and harder to anticipate. Mm-hmm. So, and again, we actually see an example of kind of not responding to it quickly, which is that a Reaper comes out, a Reaper goes across the map. He's going to do that. Again, we might have this gas stolen for quite a while.
Yeah. Well, he's going to focus on that mineral income. He's already got a second base up. I do like the build change here out of Strelok, but Harvester is going to be sticking with the same one base Void Ray build by the looks of it. And just with that earlier command center, I do really like, I think I'm going to like Strelok's position a lot more this time around, because obviously with that proxy, your base is slowed down last game, so he didn't really get that up and run until there was already like 2 voids out. So yeah, we'll see how this turns out.
The Stalker didn't come with this, so the Zealot is kind of going to chase to his own death here, which is a good pickup from an early Reaper. Void Ray already on the way out.
Yeah, that's a quick void.
Yeah. If he goes for some earlier gases on the expansion, then that will help out. But if he doesn't actually clear out the gas in his main, it's going to slow down some of his tech response. Okay, he's already so he does have something to compensate for that, which is nice. The long distance mining of the gas, at least, is going to offset some of that. And he's already going for this. So Strelok kind of
third
saying, yeah, he's got a good macro mode, even though that's not like his first thing to do. So
will it work against a one base kind of all in though, by the looks of it? 3 bases might be a little bit too greedy. I liked the second, the natural there, but
yeah, I do I like the Cyclone, and I like the Cyclone upgrade against both Stalkers and Void Ray. And I think if this is going, so it could either go Starport into Viking, which helps, or if it goes Starport into Cloak Banshee, when the Harvester has gone for the Gateway and doesn't have detection, then I think that could be killer as well. So if the Cyclone is able to kind of hold off whatever's going on there, and especially if we see turrets kind of work again against the Void Race, but yeah, who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
All right, well, it looks like Harvester will attack, what was it, 4 Void Rays I think he attacked last time?
Yeah.
So it might be something similar this time around. 3rd Void Ray is about halfway done. So this is giving Strelok a good amount of time to get that 3rd base up, to get those Cyclones cranking out. Yeah, I do really like the Cyclones in this scenario too. I think if he gets 1 Cyclone out for each of those units, what is he? He's already at 4 Cyclones? How many has he got?
Is he
3?
that many?
No, maybe not that many. He's got at least 2 or 3.
Yeah, 2. Yeah.
2.
Okay, can he get a lock on here? Now he's gonna skedaddle out for the moment. Good call.
Yeah, there's really not a whole lot coming out of Harvester. Oh, actually, Harvester's going to get a natural now too.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, this game is already just vastly different from the other 2.
Yeah, I think it was either attack right now or he has to.
Reaper, is he going to buy some time? No.
He's
No.
pulling a couple things back, but the main army is going, it looks like. And what sort of resistance is he going to find here? Or is this
a supply depot wall?
Yeah.
That's it. Okay, there's the Cyclones. They are coming in from the north. They get 1 Void Ray. Those are, I think, the biggest, most important things to kill at this moment with the Cyclones. Yeah. Boom, 2 go down. And now these Stalkers, you could even kind of deal with these Stalkers with a handful of SCVs and the Cyclones. Definitely not as big of a threat without those Void Rays overhead.
Getting lock-ons here as they come in. Another Cyclone coming in from the bottom. 2 of them, actually. Void Ray from the back. And yeah, this will kind of just be picked apart. He's going to be fine.
Oh, that mag field accelerator, so good.
Yeah.
Does so much damage to all of this. So much extra damage. Okay, Void Ray manages to get into the main somehow. It'd be nice, I guess, if it could pick off an add-on or something. But there's already a Cyclone here. It's going to be able to lock on. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is it? 7? Yeah, 7 shots.
He almost got that right. He almost trapped his own Cyclone up there. But
oh, no.
Yeah, got away.
Ooh, yeah. Cyclones, when controlled by AI, are incredibly strong. Yeah, if they can get that really good micro. Obviously, though, even with perfect micro, almost that we saw, things like getting clogged up on the ramp can still happen. So it's always with a grain of salt. All right. I don't know about this attack.
Old little Cyclones. If you've got enough of them, you can just pull them apart.
That's true. Yeah, he just locks on and runs away. And
yeah, there we have ramp issues again, but that's fine. But you could definitely do more than your money's worth in attrition for stuff like that. That one again, straight off a little bit.
You gotta stay with the pack, or you get hurt, or you get pulled from the herd there. Oh yeah, these Cyclones are definitely, I think, paying for themselves. They're just getting so many Stalkers. They're definitely killing more Protoss than losing Cyclones. So this is looking pretty good for Strelok. I'm not gonna call it just yet, though. The Void, there are still 2 Voids overhead. Harvester did get a 2nd base, but with Strelok on 3 bases. And just continuously producing Cyclones with Thors about to finish up as well. Yeah. I just don't think there's an answer for the Thors. Yeah, Stalkers and Voids can do some extra damage against the Armored. Oh, but with the Cyclones here as well, the Thors are just going to absorb all the damage while the Cyclones deal the hurt.
Yeah.
And I'm a little nervous for the Harvester.
Yeah, it looks like it's closing in on him here. The longer Strelok is up. He's even getting a 4th piece here now.
Conga line.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, keep
still alive.
Oh, did it get out? I thought it would have died to the Void or something in the main.
Yeah, unless that's a new one, I think.
Yeah, that's not the best spot to hang out, but the Cyclones do pull away in time, which is nice. Yeah, hanging out at the bottom of a ramp, never the best idea. Ooh, here we go, Bad Dad Thor. Actually, this is a horrible engagement for Strelok. What is he doing? Yeah, just spread out and he just needed to group everything up and attack, and I don't know what happened. Here we go. Thor is going to start getting some kills now.
Thor being a little indecisive, though, on what it's going after. Kind of over stutter stepping, not really focusing, and that kind of went the other way on him.
I mean, he would have lost that eventually anyway, but he could have killed, one more Stalker at least. That one really low. And I don't know. These Cyclones aren't really working as a team as effectively as they could. They are kind of on that individual mindset where they're just going to lock on and try to kite away. If they get blocked, it's like, well, I guess I'm stuck.
Yeah, and the map is definitely not helping them out with this. Like, there's so many ups, downs, sight blockers, ramps, dead ends. Like, it's not navigating the map very well.
Yeah, well, he is in the end, though. With the defender's advantage, he will be able to clean up the Cyclones. And actually kind of pulling it all apart as it gets to his side of the map. Does end up working out in his favor.
The SCVs that have now come out to help with this are going to be a big help, because he was taking a few shots and they're not really fixing it. But now with the SCVs helping,
gotta repair.
Yeah, it's gonna keep him alive, and yeah, he's kind of
this enough
collapsing on the position here now.
He's going to lose the Cyclone too. Actually, yeah, the repair's not really coming down quick enough. The Cyclone's not getting away in time. He is going to be able to start picking off the Stalkers as he pulls it all out. This is just really close, and I think the Cyclones are going to be able to take this in the end, though.
Yeah, the thing that was kind of scattering him initially in both of those last two big engagements was that he didn't really respect the Void Ray strong beam.
Yeah,
like
strong beam. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, whatever. It's prismatic alignment and like whatever. Like but he kind of sat underneath it and like that chews through Cyclones in like 2 seconds.
Oh yeah. If they get targeted down by like a couple voids or stuff, the Cyclones can fall very quickly. It actually has they're kind of pulling everything apart when they're starting to do really well because they're fighting one at a time here. All right, well, that should, I think, pretty much do it. Last Void falls. There's a Stalker or 2 coming out at a time, but there's way more Star. 54 army supply to 4, and that is just going to pretty much do it. Even a Marine here to help out. Why not? Sure, why not?
It's there. SCV gets taken out. And, yeah, that does break his back, so Strelok is going to carry the series. There's the huge number coming, and the Thor just kind of underperforming, to be honest.
Yeah, I thought it was going to do a lot better. I hyped it up, and then it just was like, got a Stalker or 2. But
it doesn't matter at this point. But yeah, Thor just kind of wandering off on its own.
Yeah, that's all right. Cyclones are the real MVPs here.
Yeah.
There we go. There's a Thor doing some work. Well, GG. That was a great best of 3. Very back and forth, and it was great to see a little bit of... they kind of responded each game. It felt like they were reacting to each other's play just a little bit, which is always really nice to see that interaction.
They each kind of took a cue from the last game and adjusted to what they were doing, and I think that's kind of cool. I think that's what makes it too later. In some of the first seasons we did, people had questioned like, why are you even doing a best of 7? They're bots. They're going to play the same. This is kind of clearly one beat one, the other one adapted to it, and then the first one adapted to this and beat the same build order with something else. So they're kind of playing an iterative rock, paper, scissors. So the more games does make it more interesting these days. But yeah, that was a closer one that he was able to push across the map. Almost hit a point where he could break through, but then the pushback came with the Cyclones, and then Thor's watched.
Yeah, Thor. They were there to watch.
Yeah.
Hey, somebody's got to document the battle. Well, and kind of to your point there, I think this next one is going to be interesting. MicroMachine is kind of one of the better bots, I think. Doesn't display we've met this many times and I've beat you this much percentage. So it kind of, it learns and can kind of deal with things appropriately, a little more appropriately that way. So I'm excited to see that go up against Ketroc, the rock. He is pretty much our wall of, I'm trying to think of I guess that's the Shield of Ire. The Wall's Protoss too, the Daimauer. Surely there's a Terran wall. Is there a Terran wall?
Yeah, it's between
Protoss, damn it.
Yeah. They built it in New Gettysburg, but they made Core Hall pay for it.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. I mean, it's just the bunker depots going up and down.
Yeah. Anyway, Ketroc is a very hard bot to break. Very good very strong on the defense. But MicroMachine has some phenomenal plays, some phenomenal strategies, and we'll see if it can find the hole in Ketroc's defenses. We'll get this best of 3 loaded up in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, our final best of 3 of the night coming up. This one is going to be exciting. Is that poll still open? Can people still vote for who they think is going to win the tournament?
Was it ever really?
We'll get it. I'm sure we'll have a new one for next week. So definitely check that out in the forum. We'll have a new poll up. You can, just for fun, we're voting, kind of making predictions who we think is going to keep moving on. Maybe it'd be cool to do it round by round or something. Actually, might be fun. Yeah,
we should do it for the individual matchups of the day we're covering too.
Yeah, that'd be fun. We'll work on that for you guys.
I want someone to bet their eyebrows.
Drek Sama said he will bet his. Oh my goodness! On the next, just told us Drek Sama is going to bet his eyebrows in this best of 3 coming up right now. Ketroc versus MicroMachine. Oh, you heard it.
Rap
Just barely.
are
You
hard
got it
and
all.
unusuals.
Oh.
MicroMachine. Ketroc. Ketroc.
Oh, trying to.
Trying to tricks. It works sometimes. I've done it. I've had it work.
Oh my god.
It's easy. It's easy. So we have confirmed that Drekken will shave his eyebrows if either of the bots loses.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty fair.
Unless all these games in a stalemate, we're going to see a very different Drek.
Yeah, I think more people should bet their eyebrows for no reason.
Yeah, why not? Don't they take like 5 times as long to grow back or something?
They seem to take a while.
I feel
like it's one of like the Twitch metas recently of like people will bet like and I get the streamers. So a streamer bet her eyebrows if she didn't make a certain like rank in chess in some period of time, but then she did it, and then one of her viewers shaved his eyebrows because he took the other side. I'm like, you're a view. Just buy her some subs and calm down.
Yeah, right. It's got to prove a point.
What are you doing? Nobody cares if you did it. We don't know who you are, but whatever. He said it.
Right. What do we got? We've got a bunker contain going on here.
Yeah.
Is there any? Can we bet our eyebrows for if the bunker contain works?
Yeah, why not? Well, there's 2 bunkers, 1 for each eyebrow.
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah, why not do it? I think this might be really brilliant to do. We'll see what the response is here. SCVs are coming down to try and disrupt this from actually happening. But yeah, if you could get the nice repair on the existing SCV.
The bunker finishes though.
Yeah, it gets it.
So I just the updates for this were tweaked, I think, specifically for MicroMachine. The updated bunker containment strategy from last season's matches versus MicroMachine were updated using smarter structure positioning and a cleaner build order for a stronger transition. So all in all, this should be cleaner, and it's looking pretty clean so far.
Yeah, I feel like those 3 SCVs feel like they're trapped outside.
Oh, they're super trapped. I mean, they could get in. One of them would probably die, but
they can, but they don't. Even when that bunker was empty, I think they thought they couldn't go past it again or something. The Reaper coming down here is kind of not knowing where to go either. I like this, the turret. I think this is one of the best ways that we've seen to try and deal with MicroMachine. Just smother him before he gets going. And I think given the design of the map here where I think the Reaper has to jump down right there. I think this is really good.
Well, I'm really hoping we see one of these updates from MicroMachine. It's going to be a little tricky, I think. Yeah, this bunker's really throwing a wrench in the works here, but siege tanks are now a thing for MicroMachine. I think a siege tank right now would just be the most perfect unit. There is a factory on the way, so it is possible that a tank will get out, but will it be in time? Will the natural survive?
And this adaptation, the MicroMachine is getting a planetary fortress at the natural.
Will that reach the bunker? Yeah.
Very well. If the bunker reaches it, it reaches the bunker.
Yeah. Okay, so this is just going to be a little bit of a duel here. The repair will keep this bunker alive for quite some time, but now it's just going to be a bit of a mineral sink just to keep it alive while it's really not doing that much to the planetary.
There appears to be a minor flaw in this plan.
What is that?
The 18 SCVs that keep coming down into the...
Oh, are they doing that again?
They're doing something.
What are they? Well, for who? For MicroMachine?
Yeah, look at them.
Oh, the ones that are just one at a time. I thought you meant they were doing that thing where they all pull off the mineral line at once.
Okay. They're pulling off. They're doing something.
Yeah, they're just one at a time this time.
Okay, now the tank in the back here is going to make it hard to repair this command center, and yeah.
I get it now. I was watching the command center or the planetary. It's like, man, it's really not taking any damage from these Marines.
Yeah.
It's because they were killing it. They were busy shooting the poor SCVs down.
Yeah. So I think this is going to work.
I like how Ketroc's ended up with tanks, where in the notes, MicroMachine's like, I built tanks now. Ketroc's like, so do I.
All right, so
and it does kill the natural.
That will fall the Cyclone here, but the tank backing this up makes it so that he can't just lock on and run away. That Reaper is just doing like calisthenics over on the side.
Yeah, he's just been bouncing up and down this whole time, I think.
The entire time. And this guy doing whatever. This is great. So Ketroc being the first to get the Banshee and Cloak on the way. Okay, the Reaper threw a grenade at the tank just for, I don't know, you see that in some war zones where a guy runs up with like a rock and throws it at the tank. And I think we just saw that. Cloak is coming on MicroMachine's side, but is a Banshee coming?
Yes.
He's got turret.
Oh, no, not for MicroMachine.
Banshee's coming.
For Ketroc.
Yeah, he doesn't have the money. Okay, there, finally we got it.
It's like Ketroc's in MicroMachine's brain, processors. Like, he's just, you're going to build that? Nope, I'm already on it. I've got tanks before you. I've got Banshees before you.
So
MicroMachine is hurting.
He sure is. And this is probably the ideal map to do this. Like when you look at the structure of it, that Reaper just can't get out, or at least doesn't believe it can get out, because I think it can. But yeah, just the way that the bunkers are placed here was perfect to like trap this exit point. He got really aggressive on where this front bunker was. He just barely got it done as the SCVs were trying to stop his own. Yeah, this just worked out like beautifully, well positionally for Ketroc.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love the change of strategy here. Obviously, against somebody like MicroMachine, I think that is very important. You know, you can't just do the same old thing against MicroMachine. And this has worked out so perfectly. Yeah, the Banshee isn't even going to engage. I thought maybe the Banshee would go across the map and do some worker harass or try to get something done. But it's just, everything is just stymied by those bunkers completely.
Yeah, for sure. It looks like they're almost just built in a way that it blocks off what the units want to do. Like that it feels like it can't go left, it can't go right, and it can't go forward. So it's just kind of doing whatever.
Yeah, it's we're just gonna sit here and watch this contain for a little bit. Maybe we'll get a little fast forward or something.
Maybe
just maybe a little speed up here while nothing happens but macro.
Yeah, where's the Banshees from Ketroc?
They're I think they're sitting at home waiting, or are they grouping across? Oh yeah, they're just hanging out at home. That is the hot spot tonight for Vikings, for Banshees.
He'll have the routers here in a moment. Maybe he moves out with that.
This is a solid contain though. The bunker placement is pristine. The tanks are in a great spot, so nothing on the ground is going to be able to go down that ramp. But I mean, there's nothing anyway. Man, I really wish I could read that. Something about burrowed units.
Give it 10 seconds or so.
Wake up Viking. Yeah, I'll watch the stream later and read it. Oh, SCVs, run for your lives! Nah, this is pretty much it. I think Ketroc has done it. One Banshee shows up and just totally stops the tiny bit of income. Tiny bit of income.
Gonna get the turret.
The turret finishes.
Yeah, barely.
But does it matter? I don't think it matters.
It doesn't matter. It just extends this a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
That's about all.
Yeah, no, well done. Ketroc will take game number 1 pretty convincingly here. Just got right in early, and they were saying in chat, yeah, I guess historically, MicroMachine is a little bit vulnerable to that early aggression. And it's the later game where we do see MicroMachine just absolutely dominate. You know, it can deal with anything on any front at any time almost.
Yeah, it wants to be the aggressive one. And,
it's got to be the aggressor.
Yeah, so if you kind of contain it, that's why I thought this was a pretty good idea right from the get-go. And it looks like he's diving in on them now. And will eventually clean things up.
I do remember... Because what?
There's Vikings and stuff now to help too. So.
Oh yeah, Vikings are gonna finish off. Yeah, this is over.
Yeah, we got the absolute BM move. You know, I know you guys are like French Canadian stuff, but this floating CC is a pure like XQC move.
Wow, why don't you just go ahead and fly to the corner of the map?
Yeah.
Rude. Finish it. Well. Is it going to burn that way? Is it on fire even? No.
Now it is. Now with the Viking. Okay.
GG. Oh man, that's a pretty map. I've never really seen those mountains before.
That's cool.
Awesome. Yeah. What was I going to say? I totally forget now. I was going to say something. Wow, that was a GG. Oh my god, what was I going to say? Oh, it's gone. It's all right. We'll get game 2 loaded up, and maybe I'll think of it. It was something about how the bots played.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense that
It's
we
a
were
good
talking
topic.
about that. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh, it's gonna bug me now. I was gonna. Anyway, game number 2 is loading up here. I think, MicroMachine just needs to get into that later game position. Needs to deal with that bunker a little bit more effectively. Yeah, those SCVs just got really stuck in between and weren't doing anything useful. Then they kind of tried to go after the SCV that was repairing, but ended up dying. And from there, it just kind of spiraled out of control. And it was nicely done.
Yeah.
Out of Ketroc there.
Definitely.
I like it.
Definitely. Yeah. Will he be able to do that on another map? Like I said, I think that was almost the ideal shape of the map to do that on. And he kind of barely got the bunker down. He had SCVs alive, but he lost one. He was kind of chasing and repairing the others and whatever. So it could have been could have gone the other way. He could have ended up not getting that position. Then also the SCVs that I felt should have been the ones kind of trying to stop our Marine from getting in the bunker, just kind of chilled in a little group behind it. So in a different map, maybe it doesn't quite work the same. And I don't know how that whole thing works if a Reaper 2 gets out and behind all that and into the enemy mineral line or something like that. So
I don't know. Well, we'll see here. Game 2 is about loaded up, and we'll be diving into that again. Make sure you check out all our resources below. If you're just joining us, go check out the VOD. You can start this from the beginning and watch it, or watch from now. I know a lot of people like coming in watching Ketroc's bot. Yes. There's always a lot of hype for him every week. So he's putting on a good show for us tonight. So definitely check all that out. But let's go ahead and hop into game number 3, or I keep saying it, game number 2. I just want an ace match so bad. Game number 2 right now. Let's do it.
Raph RR and Unusuals. MicroMachine. Ketroc. Ketroc.
This bunker contain strategy is hot.
It is.
Hot stuff. It was really good. And it did its job. It just had to sit there and kill anything that came down on MicroMachine. Unfortunately, just on the one base, just kind of just went inactive almost. It was just bouncing back and forth with the Reaper, the Banshee, just kind of dancing back and forth. So nothing really happening after the initial contain there. But we'll see if MicroMachine can break it this time and can maybe hold it off.
First barracks reasonably far out here. He's got 2 SCVs using a pincer maneuver to get to.
They're scouting, man.
Yeah, he was scouting for the potential proxy cyclones, probably from.
I think it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So is he going to start initiating this? So there comes the CC. He should be able to spot that.
Oh, here we go. He's gonna get that money bunker placement. Yeah, good spot. Actually, I guess we didn't see a tank last time. If MicroMachine can just get one tank out on this high ground, this bunker contain is just not so effective. Maybe
the hotness, this second one back here.
That's really far.
Yeah, that doesn't help as much. Before, I know what it's doing. So I think, and this kind of confirms that I think this is what it's for. Is to stop the Reaper from getting out,
or Banshee.
Or Banshee. But because it's sitting on the Reaper cliff, and I think that's what it was trying to do the first time too, was to kind of contain that. So the Marine does get in. Again, weirdly, some SCVs stuck down here.
Yeah, they really like to they love the little dance.
Yeah, Reaper over there. And what's he gonna?
Yeah, Marines get in. Yep, they're going to be able to. Oh, they almost get the SCV building the command center. That would have really hurt. But as it is, I mean, the command center's still going to be under fire. I hope we don't see that SCV sacrifice line again, where they just one at a time keep coming down to their death here.
Yeah, that was pretty rough. Okay, turrets are going to come down behind the bunker. But yeah, I think, like you said, a single tank in the right position will do it. And if he's just quicker in getting things out, like even a Cyclone that can go down and get a lock in before there's a tank backing this up, it would also potentially work. So there are ways out of this. It just didn't. Yeah, no, you're definitely going to have to cancel your offensive. But
SCV's starting to fall.
Yeah, now these ones were probably already kind of doomed since they're stuck down there. But I mean, they could have lived around. But either way.
Well, Reaper's able to engage that missile turret a little bit here, so it's something. Oh, the Reaper actually does get out.
Yeah, the Reaper being out could be a little bit of something. MicroMachine, though, still down a lot of workers. Like, even if he does break out at this point, he's in a lot of trouble. He hasn't initiated his own tank, and we've got a tank on the way for Ketroc. I kind of think as soon as that tank gets sieged up behind the bunker, that's probably the ball game, if it's not already.
Right, well, Ketroc's contain is still very strong and is not going to get broken anytime soon. However, this Reaper is beginning to get some nice harassment done here, and is going to start slowing down the mineral line. And here comes Ketroc's first tank, though. That is just going to really shut down this natural, and I think MicroMachine's just going to get stuck on one base yet again. Oh, boy.
Now, key differences. A Banshee's already on the way. Cloak is already on the way for MicroMachine. This is a lot sooner than that was in the first game.
But there's turrets.
The turrets are there. It's definitely not going to clear this position, but is it going to get stuck there, or will it leave? If it leaves, then it can potentially get something done. If it chills and decides to attack this but not really attack it, then I won't get anywhere.
Repair faster.
All right, well, I think that answers my question.
Yeah. All right, this Reaper's still going at it. What is going on here? The Ketroc's mineral line is in a bit of trouble here. We need some defense. What's going on?
Yeah, definitely. Ketroc's now behind in the worker count. MicroMachines aren't exactly fully deployed. He's only on the one base, but yeah, if nothing deals with the Reaper, then this is trouble eventually. Cloak is being started by Ketroc, but now, but
SCVs are the real losers of this game. They're the only things.
Yes, they really are. And in this game, it's Ketroc that's not getting the Banshee instead of MicroMachine who's getting the Cloak, but not the Banshee itself.
And the tank.
Yeah. Okay. This could turn around then. So if he gets a tank on the high ground to siege up, and he stunted Ketroc's economy badly enough. Now Ketroc's the one. They just switched positions. Ketroc's the one getting the planetary fortress of the natural, which definitely will help shut down the Reaper after it's done killing absolutely everything here.
Well, it's looking good for my ace match dream scenario between these two.
I feel like the Reaper is killing everything, like, just absolutely in spite of himself.
In the hardest way possible.
Yeah, it's just attack. I want to hit everyone once before I commit to killing anyone. All right.
Okay, so Ketroc knows there's the Cloak Banshees out.
Did he just raise the depot on himself?
I think so.
I think he did. All right, Reaper goes back. He's not getting debated down. That's good. He needs to like really clear this though, because he's gonna take some time to clear out the position. Does he have the tank yet? So there's a Viking, Cyclone, Banshee, tank.
Okay, here we go.
Tank not yet finding the spot, but he will.
Yeah, he's got the vision, so he just needs to keep inching forward until. Oh no! Come on, keep going a little more.
That's not in.
You just need like one more pixel. Oh, well, come on.
I feel like he's stuck.
They're all doing the. They're just all so afraid of the bunker. Oh no! Too far. Too far. Okay, no, not far enough again.
Just go back the other way. All right, whatever. Okay, the Reaper coming home is not good. I hope it goes back because it was just doing gangbusters out there.
Yeah, because Ketroc can recover now.
Yeah. Now he can ultimately get just enough force that he just kind of collapses on this as he feels like it, but will he? Hopefully, actually, the first tank being where it is means that once this tank is done with, you know, Dance 2020, then it can move into the right spot.
I was hoping it would push the other tank into the right spot. It almost did there.
Yeah.
This is hilarious. Oh, the Banshees get a little too bold. They're going to die to some missile turret fire. One of them goes down anyway. Oh, there we go. Is this tank finally in position? Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, now he's there. Now he's there. We'll clear it out. He still needs the air support to get to the other one.
This is great. This is TVT at its prime, in my opinion. Yeah, I love scrappy TVTs. That just really come down to the micro, and that's what this is all about right now. It's just these little positions, and it looks like MicroMachine will finally retake this one and maybe be able to get a natural up and running once again.
Definitely will clear it out, and yeah, like you said, TVT in its prime. If by the prime you mean the first month of Wings of Liberty.
That was its prime.
Definitely. Everyone knew the concept of maybe I leapfrog the tanks, but you know, randomly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Ugh. Come on, just get one shot. Oh, he just needs vision. From the Reaper just needs to go forward enough to give him vision. Oh, right as he unsieges.
Yeah. Oh, no. No dice. No dice. Oh,
there we go. Okay, the other
get there. Get there. All right. Go on.
All right, so finally, MicroMachine will push this back. But again, meanwhile, at home, Ketroc has been rebuilding.
Yep.
But look at the worker supply. That just broke my brain for a second. MicroMachine has twice as many workers on one base.
Yeah, twice as many workers. Yeah, but he's not using them, and that's the problem. So he's going to have to kind of double expand to use them because I think he's got to be close to. Yeah, he's mining out here because he's been stuck on this the entire time. MicroMachine, of course, does have a better mineral bank because he hasn't been using it. Okay, and great, he is double expanding.
And it is now time for our 45-minute macro TVT.
Yeah, let's go into master.
Let's go.
Why not?
Why not? All right, so yeah, but again, this is, jokes aside, gonna stabilize a little bit in some weird fashion. MicroMachine is gonna, I think, just fly ahead though, just with that huge worker count. Once these three bases are up and running, Ketroc's actually in a pretty bad spot, and just losing all those workers, I guess, set Ketroc back way too far.
The other part that we haven't touched on is Ketroc lost its production.
Oh, it did? To what?
The proxy.
Oh yeah. So I thought you meant in his main. I was like, because he still has a factory and stuff, right?
Does he have a factory? He lost the factory. Did he remake one? He's obviously got a barracks in Starport, but I don't know if he rebuilt the factory.
Oh, I thought he still had a factory. I am so wrong.
You could look in the main.
Yeah, I think MicroMachine has held and has come back here with 4 bases. Yeah, MicroMachine's just
did he float it?
Flying ahead.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He might have floated it. If we could look in the main.
Wow, what a game! I'm hoping for my ace match between these two are just so good, and it's so fun to watch these micro masters essentially going at it here.
Yeah, he floated it. He did not land it.
Okay. It didn't die. It didn't die.
It's like the factory is currently socially distancing. The little bits and pieces. Yeah, there it is.
There it is. Yeah, okay. I was like, yeah, that's weird to die.
It's alive. It's just doing it. Yeah.
But it might as well be dead. It's not building anything. Yeah. Okay, well, so we're going to prepare against cloak units, which. Not that big of a threat at this moment.
All right, Banshee has come into Ketroc's main, but it's going after like the NG Bay.
MicroMachine has 39 army supply. Where is it all? There's one Banshee here. There's a Cyclone and a Viking and a Reaper. Okay, there's a couple more.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
Kind of all over, yeah. There's a Viking there, tanks there. a little bit of Terran everywhere here.
Yeah. Yeah, and the SCVs are doing their thing again. Raven just kind of following this Banshee, but it doesn't need to cloak. because nothing can shoot it. Not right now. He will just kind of look for spots. So there is a turret down in the main. There's turrets here too, 3 of them. So it's going to take him a while to get into this position. It's pretty damn fortified, but it seems inevitable.
Yes, MicroMachine is a big fan of the dark arts, specifically the invisibility here. But yeah, Ketroc too. It's not playing a huge role in this game, but I guess it is keeping that one Banshee alive from MicroMachine's Vikings here. And the turrets, turrets getting a little bit done here. But yeah, Ketroc is just starved out. He's got losing workers, 12 left, 6, 9. Yeah, this is all but over here. MicroMachine just needs to group up a little bit of a force and bust this natural planetary. And we've got our ace match, Endersword.
Yeah, we sure do. We surely do.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I liked it 2 in one night.
That's it. The expectation of a MicroMachine Ketroc game was either a short game or a very, very long game.
But it was good. It was good.
Yeah.
We knew it was going to be good either way.
Yeah, so maybe now we'll get our ace match like 45-minute slugfest or something.
As long as it's a nonstop slugfest and not just they sit back and macro for 45 minutes, then I'm happy.
And we'll see again. We've seen this adaptation happen in games where a bot will try a strategy till it loses and then switch. So will Ketroc still do a bunker contain? Will MicroMachine do the same thing anticipating? They each at least make their call. Like we could see it at the start of the game, so we'll know what you're doing. But yeah, I would imagine that Ketroc would now switch out of it into something else. So we'll again get a pretty different game. Yeah,
we'll see. I'm excited either way. 2 ace matches in one night, and to have this be our final match, what a treat. This is good. Good series of games. And we're going to find out, too, one of these two has to go down into the lower bracket.
Yeah.
So we're going to... And I would love to see that. Can we pull it up here now? We've got a minute to wait. We'll see. Maybe production can. They might be busy loading that game up. Ooh, look at that. I'm curious who he's going to go up against here. So, yeah, this is our final match, going to decide our final lower bracket for next week. So, that's right. It's going to go up against Fidelina. So, next week, that is going to be another, whichever bot Fidelina goes up against, is going to be a hell of a match.
Yeah, definitely. I think these are all pretty good.
That's a good lineup next week.
All pretty strong. Yeah,
I'm digging it. Man, some phenomenal bot matches this season. And yeah, we'll have to, I don't know off the top of my head if any of those will be extended series, but if the bots have met before, that score will carry on into that. And we'll talk about that again more next week when it actually comes into play here. And it will be like a best of 9 or however it works out.
Yeah, I think
best of 7. I
think we floopy them in a way that they can't hit their own yet, but they
Yeah, here you go. Something like so. It'll be a best of 5 extended series. So yeah, if they've met before, that will get counted towards a best of 7. So it just extends the series and gives these bots another chance to come back and try a different build and kind of we'll see what happens. And we've got our last game loaded up and ready. Thank you all so much for being here again. Make sure you stick around after this. We've got a couple shout outs to do, but let's go ahead and hop into our final match of the night. MicroMachine versus Ketroc.
Raph RR and Unusuals. MicroMachine. Ketroc.
It is I believe, this is our first season doing the extended series. So we're testing it to see how it goes. And if we get enough negative feedback like we just received, maybe we won't do it in the future. We'll see. We'll see how it pans out. I'm curious to see if it does affect the results. If it does give these bots a little bit more chance to come back and maybe have an epic turnaround and win 4 in a row or something. Who knows? Yes, this is C++ versus Java. That is correct. Some of our non-Python bots going at it here. So you were wrong. Ketroc's doing bunker contain one more time.
Is he doing? Yeah. There we go.
Yeah. It's his game plan, man. It's 150%. It's a coin flip.
Yeah. He either doesn't learn or it's kind of come to the same thing of like 50%, so I might as well try it again.
It could work.
Yeah, it depends.
All right, well, it is a little bit further out. Oh, okay. He built the back one first this time. I think last game he built the front one first, right? Or the closer one. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Is he building it in the wrong spot? Is he not going to build one? Oh, no, he is building one now in range of the command center. Oh, our game froze.
Yeah.
Production, fix our game.
Yeah, the back one is the barracks itself. And then
Oh, that's the back.
Yeah. Like that. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I was just frozen, so yeah, see. But yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, I guess the stream, hopefully the stream's not dead. Oh, it's back. We're back. So sorry about that, everybody. We're gonna pause. Oh, hold on, everybody. Okay, we're getting this worked out. We do have a little bit of lag, and it looks like it's getting corrected. All right, we're back in this. Ice and Chrome here. Bunker. Okay, that is a bunker in range of the command center.
Yep.
I was wrong. Okay.
For sure it is. And yeah, again, the other one in position to catch Reapers from coming out. And the Marine will get into position. And the Reaper on the low ground there, already in dancing mode.
I was saying no SCVs got pulled to try to deal with this at all, so no SCVs have gone down yet for MicroMachine. So that's good.
They didn't even attempt to stop this one.
Yeah.
Probably okay.
It hasn't worked the last two games, so yeah, probably better. Oh, but here comes the SCV sacrifices. No idea where they're going. They're just going to try to stop these SCVs from building turrets, but that's the least of your worries at this moment, MicroMachine. You've got tanks coming your way very shortly. Ketroc's factory is halfway done. And once those tanks get in range, that command center is going to be in a world of hurt. And we've seen it fall 2 games in a row, so I have no reason to believe that it would stay up this time.
Yeah, and the 2 Reapers here caught on the low ground by this bunker, and it doesn't look like they're going to reverse that. If they don't get out, they were obviously the key to making the comeback in the game.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That Reaper changed the game completely.
Yeah, the SCVs here just on, they're like just on suicide patrol. Just really hesitant to take out their frustrations on one of those SCVs. I guess.
Oh, this is rough. SCV after SCV is just dropping. Double the worker supply now for Ketroc. Yeah, this is the moment where I think MicroMachine does fall apart. He's not even going to have money to build army. He's going to have to just keep replacing SCVs. He's got 8 left. Oh, this. Oh, he's like pulling them off 3 at a time.
It's just like,
where are they going?
Like, what are they trying to do?
What's the goal? Watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's gonna pretty much do it. When every SCV decides it just doesn't want to live anymore, you're gonna have a hard time as a commander of a Terran army.
Happens.
Well, Ketroc, with some phenomenal updates to his bot here, is going to be able to put on just a clinic on how to chokehold MicroMachine and just take him out very effectively here. Again, game 2, did go differently. That Reaper sneaking out was huge, obviously. So it's not undoable, but yeah, once Ketroc gets this chokehold, it's hard. It's hard to bust.
That is true. I think we may have frozen here again, but
that's all right. We know what's happening.
This is decided, and I saw there that the factory must just kind of make 2 tanks and then go.
Gotcha.
Go back home, but then it never relanded. But I don't know if we're gonna end up seeing the end of that, but you know what happened.
Freeze. What happened?
We're back to us.
We're back. Hey, everybody, welcome back. I guess we're gonna, unless told otherwise, assume MicroMachine lost. He had. What, 1 worker, 2 workers? Yeah, we got told he did lose. So Ketroc is going to cinch the win and move on. MicroMachine will have to face our Zerg Fidelina next week in the lower bracket. And let's go ahead and take a look at that one more time if we could, actually, the lower bracket for next week. Again, this is same time, same place on ESChamp, everybody, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, the like button, however you follow YouTube, so you can be here next week and join us, because we've got some awesome games lined up. Sharpie, PvP Easy versus Antibot. It's going to be a good PvT. BlinkerBot versus Jensiiibot. A lot of PvTs, it looks like. Fidelina versus MicroMachine now, so a nice ZVT. And then Harvester versus Three-Way Lover will be another PvP. It's a lot of PvP.
It is.
I like it.
But his name showed up.
Huh?
Yeah, his name showed up.
Oh, did it finally fill it? Yeah, we knew who was moving on. So
nice.
Yeah, nice work. Ender Sword, anything you would like to say before we wrap up on these games here?
Cool
stuff.
Cool beans. Cool beans. I mean, we saw a lot of good back and forth. Like you said, we got a couple of ace matches. That's always great to see. We did see ye old mothership crash or something crash twice there, but that was a good series. Like, yeah, we just get a lot of good kind of play and counterplay. And it's nice to see, like, in this one in particular, with Ketroc doing the same thing 3 times, but one of them losing, it kind of based on map and build order and whatever is cool to see. And yeah, I mean, constant evolution and increasing parity between all the bots.
That's a good way to put it. That was eloquent. Yeah. Very nice. All right. Well, again, next week we will be doing this again. Make sure you join us here. Check out all the links in the description below. You can stay up to date at the forum. We post all our stuff there, all our schedules and whatnot. You can also join the Crown Club if you want to get exclusive behind-the-scenes content, which we're about to go record another episode of PostBots, where we just talk about the games and have a little bit of fun, make predictions and that kind of thing. And I think this week we're shaving Drek's eyebrows, right?
I think so. That's what
we talked about this already. Yeah.
Sure.
So make sure you subscribe if you want to see that potentially. No, we'll have to convince him for that. Maybe one day.
It's fine. I already texted Phil. He's getting the shaving cream.
Excellent. All right. Well, hopefully we'll see you all there. If you are a Crown Club member, you can actually watch the PostBot show live in the Discord. So come check it out if you are available. And if not, thank you for checking out the VOD. And we'll see you all hopefully next week here on YouTube. Make sure you use our cool emotes if you're a YouTube subscriber as well. We've got some fun new ones there. And I think that's it. I think I got it all. Oh, what? Shout out. Let's do one more shout out for the Crown Club before we wrap it up. Thank you again, Crown Club. And thank you, everybody, for being here. Let's run it. Dusty, huh?
He literally just got here.
Oh, did he? What's up? Perfect timing, Dusty.
Dusty, go watch the pod. We'll be done.
It's good. Great games tonight. Yeah, if you're just tuning in, this was day 4 of season 3 here on ProBots. Go watch all these games tonight. They were awesome. And then hopefully we'll see you all next week, same time, same place, here on ESChamp at 7:30 p.m. Eastern for week 5. We dive back into that lower bracket. It's going to be a good time. So that's it. Goodbye. Say goodbye, Ender Sword. We're done.
Bye.
Bye. We'll see you in the PostBot show. Crown Club.